Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Where all my scanning ass fellas at? Spending that money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s cash. Boy, going at Goyard bag, boosting ladies where y'all at? Stuffing that shit in your bag, just to flip it, pop some tags. Girl, going at Goyard bag, spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Spend that shit, spend that shit, spend that shit, baby, spend that shit. Woo!
I'm gonna come over to nobody's nothing and tell them nothing about what the hell it is that they doing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave it alone and I ain't going back. If you don't like what you hear here, if you don't like what you hear here, if you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you see on Kendra Damn G, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you see over on Ashley's show, go the fuck on. Why is it that y'all think that you can control shit? Get your own YouTube channel, start it the fuck up, and do whatever the hell it is that you want. But I promise you, I promise you, I'm not gonna come over to nobody's nothing and tell them nothing about what the hell it is that they're doing. You go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on. If you don't like, go the fuck on. If you don't like what you hear here, go the fuck on.
Couple of balls soon, we gonna hook you up. We gonna make sure you get that backstreet run. Yeah. You got a couple of kids, you don't have no job. Yeah. Don't worry about it, little girl, that's my job. Yeah. Come and find your sexy. I'm asked, what the what? What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside. And that's on who? Man-headed little lamb. Okay, okay, okay.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists, Mr. Should I call you Mr? Pepe Julian Onzima. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
No. 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 How no? No! No! I refuse. No!
Flashing lights. You got me better. Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go where you're being a racist! Racist!
We like free stuff. Huh? So we came out here to get all this free stuff. Huh? But then the call saying you can't get the free stuff. What? Cause the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever.
Wait a damn minute.
We get down here, we get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are Black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the product? The tools, any other eviction.
Slaves built the pyramids. Slaves built the Parthenon. Slaves built America. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Thank you. Slaves. Slaves, this is your song. Thank you.
And we're done. We're done. We're finished.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. Beyonce.
Carry on.
Dance party with Beyonce. Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
Hold up.
Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Beyonce.
And that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know what, whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that. I can't read it. There's no words on it. There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out. What is for credits? I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show? Yeah. All right, go. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks. In 5, 4, 3. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
We are live. Happy Sunday. Hey there, besties. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever it is that you are, especially if you're on a replay. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. Shout out to Bill O'Reilly and me not having a hat on, but I don't. All right. So it is what it is. Lord have mercy. Already on my nerves. Anyway, we got to talk now. If you got the notification originally, okay, then you may have seen that we were supposed to talk about Kwame Brown. Kwame is live right now, and unfortunately, with his live streams, you cannot rewind. But if he keeps his live stream up, because I was listening to it, we're going to have to listen to it, okay? Because I believe Kwame Brown is getting his Negro wake-up call. As long as I'm using this microphone, there's another microphone. We're going to have echo. That's why I have it, because I want the echo. But I'll stop in a second. But Kwame Brown may be getting his Negro wake-up call. So hopefully he leaves it up so that we can live stream that. I'll have to download it in case he tries to get rid of it, okay? Oh, so you was listening, okay? Because he's being compared to Tatum. He's being compared to Tatum. Kwame Brown, of all people, child, Kwame be going through it. Shout out to Kwame Brown, though, because he is the first, like high subscriber, famous person, I don't know what you call it, that shouted me out like 3 years ago and got my subs up. So shout out to him. But he's been going through it since he's been here on this damn YouTube, okay? So hopefully he leaves it up because I definitely want y'all to hear it. But so I had to change it. So now we got to talk about Hey Boo Bears. Hey Boo Bears. All right, I gave y'all a Boo Bear. All right, so shout out to the channel members. I gave y'all a Boo Bear, so make sure you use it. We're going to be using that today. All right, I don't know what is going to happen. This interview is an hour long. We're going to go through it as long as I can take it because you know my patience is thin with Jamal Bryant. And honestly, with Christine Walmsley. Elmore, we don't hear enough from Elmore for me to be upset with Elmore, but with the mama, the wife, yeah, I'll be tired of it. All right. So we'll go through that and then some racism, of course, because we always got to go through some racism. And a couple other things. Lindsay Clancy, unfortunately, we still got to talk about her. All right. I think that's probably all I can get through right now. Let me see. Hold on. I see you said that his show is over. I don't know if he kept it up. That's the problem. Because I definitely can scoot on over there because I think it's worth a listen. Uh-oh. All right. We might have to go to it. Thank you, Mama, for letting me know. All right. We got to get to it just in case I need to go to that instead of Jamal Bryant, because honestly, I'd rather talk about that. BT, thank you so much for the first super chat. I appreciate you. Boo, he said, good morning, Messy in the chat. I'm ninja listening on my shorts account. Sounds good. See, some of us can walk and chew gum at the same time. Look at that. BT is working. He's listening, multitasking. It's a thing. It's a thing. You can do it. Okay. Shout out to you. I see you. I appreciate you. All right, Rachel, up in here. Thank you so much. Boo. She said, shout out to Messi. I'm wishing you a great show. Shout out to R. Kelly, my lyrical genius. Free R. Kelly. Shout out to you, hun. I see you. I appreciate you. I'm not giving up no R. Kelly. I don't know if I told you, I've been listening to the Chocolate Factory. Now I'm on to TP2. And probably will go back to public announcement. I'm never giving up R. Kelly. Never, ever, never, ever. King of the remix, okay? Shout out to R. Kelly. I mean, he's disgusting. However, the music, I don't care. I'm listening. I don't care. Y'all get rid of Weinstein and all his movies first. That's when I'll consider it. Other than that, miss me with that bullshit. Shout out to you, Boo. I appreciate you. Mama, thank you for letting me know. I checked it. I got it. And just in case I got time to get to it, I'm going to try to get to it because I think I would rather listen to that and see what else he had to say because I had to leave. So anyway, I appreciate you. Shout out to Uncle Rick TP2. Ciao. Which one has the greatest sex? That's my favorite. That's one of my favorite. All right. Moving on, child. Moving on. BT said I gotta go back to my mom's house and got my R. Kelly CD collection. Shout out to us. See, this is what I'm saying. We ain't got time to be listening to fool's fool talking about you shouldn't listen to R. Kelly. No, you need to mind your motherfucking business. Child, it's Sunday already. Lord forgive me. I'm trying, y'all. I am trying. I gotta stop cussing. All right. So y'all do what you do. Let us do what we do. You don't like it, that's fine. Remember the song I just played, Scroll the Fuck Up? Lord, I have to say that. That's the name of the song. Didn't just do that. Shout out to the trolls, though, because like Tadisha said, I think all views matter, even the troll views, okay? All right, so let's get this party started so that I can hopefully get everything in pause because CIP will be on and I definitely don't want to impede Soca Sunday. If you know, you know. Let me get my favorite view going. I'm sorry, I don't have any positivity. I didn't get a chance to get any positivity because there's been a lot going on back here. I just didn't have time. So we got to get straight into it. So for here, we got to get up to date on what's going on with Gary, Indiana. So they're going on 2 weeks with no power. They have no lights. They have no, I guess, the food at this point. The power companies like, child, y'all gonna be all right. We get to you when we get to you. So of course I've been hearing racism, of course, because child, when is it not racism? Because the community is predominantly Black, and you know, same old, right? All right. The only people that I've heard talking about this are the people in Chicago. So this is CBS Chicago. Have y'all heard about this from anywhere else? Have you heard like The View, Good Morning America, or any of them be talking about this? Because the only people I see talking about it are people in Chicago and maybe a couple of content creators. I don't even hear a lot of content creators talking about it. But it says community in Gary comes together as power outage continues. Shout out to the community.
As of Saturday, NIPSCO says more than 30,000 customers are still without power. In a statement, Indiana Governor Mike Braun called on NIPSCO to bring in more crews and resources. ComEd announced...
Is Mike Braun white or Black? Anybody know? Bueller.
It is sending dozens of crew members to assist NIPSCO's efforts as many communities remain in the dark now for nearly 2 weeks.
Much of Gary has been without power since storms hit on August 11th, and NIPSCO estimates that full power restoration for the city won't happen until Tuesday at the earliest. Fish fries like this one are just one example of how the...
All right, fish fry. Order me something up. Send it to me. Don't fry it, though.
The community is stepping up to help its own.
So we got fish, we got chicken.
Jimmy Lane...
The community better set up to hold its own, because other than that, Jamal talking about this, Rolly, any of the rest of them, anybody? Because like Mr. DJ, hey, Mr. DJ, it's not important to the pro-Blacks. What? This is allegedly a Black community. Y'all said Gary, Indiana's Black, right? Black? Where the Blacks? Where the NAA? Let's just go down. Where the NAA? Where Black Lives Matter? Congressional Black Caucus, because I'm assuming some Black is over here in office, right? Is that Governor Black? I can't tell. He looked like when Eddie Murphy dressed up as the white man. That's what he looked like to me.
Lives in Indianapolis, but grew up in Gary.
This is mostly perks right here. Them not no baby purses right there.
Lane does community fish fries and cookouts, and hearing from his family in Gary about the prolonged power outage, organized...
Man, that macaroni cheese. Oh, that chicken look, oh my God. You know I love me some fried chicken. Damn, I'm hungry. That fish look good. Woo! Look a lot better than yogurt and cottage cheese, let me tell you.
Put on this fish fry for those impacted.
The city is in need of a lot of help.
It means a lot when you can't replace your food right now.
Gloria Lofton is among the hundreds who came here to get food. She got power recently, but still needs help recovering.
My daughter all the way from Chicago went and brought me some food today. Put in my freezer. It was just empty. We had to throw all that out.
We have a food pantry, and everything in our food pantry was lost, unfortunately.
Imam Amin Al-Musaddiq of the Gary Muslim Center has tried to overcome the storm's impact to continue helping his community through gathering donations to help distribute.
The best thing I believe has come out of this is that it has brought the whole city together as one community.
I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just help a few families out, and it turned into something bigger.
Is that yellow hair?
The whole city together as one community.
So I was like, okay.
I guess let me focus.
Okay, you know what? Let me just help a few families out, and it turned into something bigger.
The help is also coming from across state lines, with Deandra Gathings of Rinse Cycle Valet in Chicago offering people in Northwest Indiana to have their laundry washed and dry for free. She says it's been overwhelming the support she's received for the effort.
Oh, that's a good business, child. Do you fold? Hold on. Rinse, wash, dry, and fold. Girl, can somebody open that business up around here? I'll pay for it. They wash, they dry, and they fold. That is a great business. Maybe I need to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to fold, though, so that's the problem. Wow. Somebody need to open this up regularly all over the place. Black people. There's a business idea, not lashes and wigs and shit like that, but a real good business. I'll be your first customer if you're here in Pennsylvania, Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. If you come and get it, I'll even tip you more. Come pick that shit up so I don't have to go anywhere. That's how lazy I am. Thank you, Boo. She said, we're rolling Donna Lamon. Ain't that what they call him? NAA and Ben. Black people are not important. Shaking my head. Girl, we already know. They have washing full businesses all over New York. That makes sense. That makes sense. I am jealous. I want somebody to open one of these up around here. Come on, blacks, get it together. I support you. I support you.
People in Northwest Indiana to have their laundry washed and dry for free. She says it's been overwhelming the support she's received for the effort.
This was something so small to me, but I knew it was going to mean something more to others. But I did not expect this type of turnout.
In Gary, Victor Jacobo, CBS News, Chicago.
Maybe I should open it up and then get my grandkids to do the folding. Open this business up, y'all. I'm gonna get a 12-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 3-year-old to do the folding. Oh my God, that's not funny. That's not funny. All right, get serious. All right, y'all gotta stop this. This is a serious situation. So it sounds like nobody's talking about it unless it's somebody on the internet and the local TV station. Is Kennard here? Kennard is usually here. He's in the area. Anybody in the area should damn Chicago. Let's go over here to Arioli de Justice, child, whatever you say his name. He's got some people over here that are talking, that live there. So this is a day ago. The story that I just went over is from 10 hours ago. So that was more recent than this. So I played these out of order. I apologize. What's that say? Bunny, thank you for the poop. First poop of the day. I appreciate you. You got to poop, child. Y'all got to poop. Here we go.
I believe no one is over here helping Gary.
Thousands of people in Gary, Indiana have been without power.
I wonder if she's a part of, I can't see her name because the dude's face is in the way, but it says journalist. I wonder if she's a part of the NABJ because I feel like they not talking about it. Oh, yeah, this is the root. I don't know. I don't hear none of them talking about it.
It's August 11th.
The National Weather Service informed us that Gary faced the strongest winds, which reached 99 miles per hour, equivalent to a Category 2 hurricane.
All the power is out, as far as I know, all across Gary, Indiana.
They're losing food. Homes are getting warmer.
They do not have money, and some of the cards aren't even working. I ran into some ladies that had children, and my heart broke.
My name's Aja, and I'm going on day 7 of having no power in one of Indiana's worst blackouts and one of the highest crime cities in Indiana.
NIPSCO, the company that services 100% of customers in Gary, are now saying that it may be until next Tuesday until many people get power back.
We're on day 9 of no power in Gary, Indiana.
My neighbor across the street, my teacher down two streets down, we have no air in here.
Schools are closed. Families are throwing away spoiled food. People are driving to Illinois just to find ice for insulin.
I am from Gary, Indiana. I was born there, raised there until I was about 8 years old. My family is from there and people still live there. And many people are telling me that they still don't have power. They have trees on top of their homes. One of my cousins sent me this video of a grocery store completely decimated, food spoiled. This is also where the city gave people vouchers to, $150 of vouchers. But this was the only place that they could use the vouchers.
Child, what the hell? How the hell you gonna give them vouchers for a place that ain't got no... How the hell you gonna give them some vouchers for a place that ain't got no food in it? Child, I can't do this. I can't do this. Good morning, boo. Shout out to all of y'all. Not Ask the Bear. Uncle Rick don't give a damn. Uncle Rick don't give a damn. Shout out to all of y'all. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. Oh, we'll get into that in a second.
For one, have not seen anybody else outside of Gary, Indiana talk about what's going on in Gary, Indiana. And I don't like it.
Gary, Indiana specifically is also almost 85% Black. That's important.
I think this should be national news. And it's crazy to me that it's not being talked.
So we're talking almost 2 weeks of no power. Almost 2 whole weeks. This may be the appropriate time to deploy the National Guards. I think it's time because this feels like Hurricane Katrina all over again. Please deploy the National Guards.
All right, so I don't know if that's going to happen, but since you mentioned it, I looked it up because I saw somebody's comment where they were like, this is racist, of course, because this is a Black community. This didn't happen in the white communities. Let me tell you why, allegedly, as far as I can tell, it didn't happen in the white community, because they were prepared and they had generators and they had ways and means to be able to move on to where they needed to move to. Now, I know you pros and you trolls are going to try to say, you sound like a wise off-brand assets. No, I sound like a person that be trying to tell y'all that while you listening to MFers that already have money that can do and go wherever they want to, they trying to tell you, like my post said, that you need to follow the Democrats so that you can get everything that you need. They're not telling you about money, finance, credit, or anything like that to make your life better, to make your life easier for you and your kids. Anything that is degenerate, they're allowing you to believe, and anything that makes sense, they're saying that don't worry about none of that. Because your priority needs to be whether ABCDs like Sassy Santana can now make a whole song and video out of that song Quiet on the Creek, or Sydney Starr can do whatever that thing is doing with regard to kids, and you can't say anything about none of that. None of that, okay? And anything that Donald Trump does, even if he ain't got nothing to do with it, because I've seen those comments too, that this is all Donald Trump's fault, okay? But shout out to Tadisha with the code reference, page 563, because this is y'all's mayor. The mayor of Gary, Indiana is Eddie Melton, who took office as the city's 22nd mayor in January 2024. He is a Democrat. His previous role was the Indiana state senator representing District 3, 2016 to 2023. And his administration's focus is regional economic growth. So when they say regional economic growth, does anybody go back and say, well, what has he done for me lately? Shout out to Janet Jackson. Where are we economically growing? Anybody ever ask those questions? Or he black, you black, vote for him, and he's a Democrat. Shout out to me for the rhymes. But so that's the reason to go ahead and make sure. And listen, I don't know what this man do because I don't know nothing about Gary, Indiana until this happened. But we're going to be learning about Gary, Indiana. Okay. So this is your man's. He says community development, and local infrastructure recovery. So I don't know who was mayor before this, but when are they going to get to it? This has nothing to do with Donald Trump. Now, I know it's going to go to him, and that's not me defending him. That's me pointing out to predominantly black Gary, Indiana, that when you just vote for someone based on their skin color and you black, we black, and everybody black, and you got to be on code, because if you don't do it, then you're not on code. What does that get you when times get rough and tough with your Apple puffs? On the news yet again. Because if you ain't got no money, the rest of it don't matter. I don't care who you talking about. It's more about class than it is about color. But y'all don't want to listen to me. Shout out to the poors. I ain't talked about y'all in a while. I'm going to leave y'all alone. Fake poors. Are y'all getting it together yet? Because these people up here, they don't give a damn. You can believe they give a damn? I don't know how many times, how many ways I got to tell and show y'all. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Not most of y'all anyway. That they don't give a damn about you. And as they continue to get money and get you to do what they want you to do, poors, fake poors, and some of the middle, and y'all keep doing it, and you keep voting people in, or you keep looking to people that don't have your best interest at heart, and you think that some government is going to take care of you, and you think you're going to be all good as long as you get this, that, and the third, or whatever the hell it is you think that you're getting from them. When times get rough and tough, where they at? All these organizations that love black people so much, where they at? Now, I don't know what's his name, Eddie Melton is doing. Let me see who the damn governor, because child, that man seriously looks like governor of, is it Indiana? Yeah, Indiana. He a Republican, child. The current governor of Indiana is Mike Brown, a Republican who assumed office on January 13, 2025 as the 52nd governor of the state. He'll be there for 4 years with a limit of serving 8 years in any 12-year period. He was preceded by Eric Holcomb. That's not the Eric Holcomb that wasn't there an Eric Holcomb that worked with Obama? Blah, blah. There's his phone number if somebody wanted to call his ass. Acts as head of the state's executive branch and commander-in-chief of the state military forces, has the power to sign or veto bills passed by the Indiana General Assembly and appoint state agency heads, board members, and certain judges. So what's his name? What's Mikey doing? Wait, is that two Mikes? No, Eddie. What's Mikey doing, child? Mike A. Indiana damages from flooding, high winds could exceed $5 billion, Braun tells the feds. Is that his name? Braun, yeah. Indiana governor announces lawsuit settlement agreement. Hold on. Because they did sue the, let's go there. Hold on. So the company with the power is NIPSCO, which doesn't even sound real to me. Hold on, StreamYard is StreamYarding. So they said that they were going to sue them because of what's going on here. Let's see what happened. This is from 23 hours ago.
Tonight, one-on-one with the president of NIPSCO, the utility company answering the I-Team's questions after a newly filed lawsuit claims NIPSCO did not do enough to protect consumers in Indiana from the widespread power outages. NIPSCO's president tells me the company is working tirelessly to get everyone's lights back on, but this lawsuit suggests that more could have been done to prevent this massive
Look at her dress. You go, girl.
Disruption from happening.
This is not the kind of storm that Northwest Indiana and NIPSCO has likely ever seen, and certainly not.
Okay, so this is out of their scope of things that they can care for. That's what it sounds like. So this is the president of NIPSCO. NIPSCO that hasn't been able to help these people get their power back on. The longest that I feel like we've ever had a power outage is 5-6 hours, if that long. So this is wild.
Not in my career.
Vince Parisi, the president and CEO of NIPSCO, addressing the I-Team's questions about the devastating power outages that hit Northwest Indiana and why tens of thousands of people are still in the dark for nearly 2 weeks.
The size and the amount of
It does look like it's like Katrina-ish looking.
tree damage that came down on our system that took out wires and poles and substations is unprecedented. And unless we underground the entire system, it's very difficult to prevent.
But in this new class action lawsuit filed on behalf of Indiana residents, homeowners claim NIPSCO could have done more to prevent the widespread outages, accusing the company of ignoring requests to manage vegetation and failing to perform proper pole and line inspections.
Instead of trimming the vegetation proactively on a set 5 to 7 year cycle, or something similar, NIPSCO simply reacts. They react after the fact, after the damage has already been done.
What is your response to that lawsuit?
Yeah, our focus is really on getting all of our customers restored, and we do everything we can every day to ensure that our customers have safe, reliable service.
NIPSCO told the I-Team its vegetation management spend has more than doubled since 2016, which the company says demonstrates its commitment and focus on maintaining a safe and reliable electric system. Earlier this week, I spoke with Gary Mayor Eddie Melton, who expressed frustration with NIPSCO.
That annual maintenance is something that has to be done, and the resources have to come from the utility company.
So what I read someplace else, and I didn't bring it with me from my mind, is that they fired people because, that's what everybody's doing is getting rid of people, right? So they fired their most senior persons that would be responsible for something like this to bring in less experienced people and less amount of people. So this is half of the damn problem. They ain't got nobody. That's the problem. Allegedly. Allegedly, okay? But they're not going to say none of that. I forget where I read that at, and that makes sense. If everybody else is getting rid of people, why wouldn't they, right? Wow. Then something happens. That's why you gotta be ready for yourself. You just never know. We were taught, save for a rainy day, right? Shout out to Drip. Hey, boo, I see you. You gotta be prepared for a rainy day. That's what I've always been told. That's why you can't spend all your shit. That's why you can't spend all your money, be frivolous. Everybody want to be YOLO. I know that's old, but that used to be the thing, right? And basically it's the same thing with a different word. But you want to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And then when tough times come, it's like you looking around for somebody to help you. You got to be able to help yourself, because ain't nobody coming to save your ass. Ain't nobody coming to save your ass. Now, I'm not saying it's their fault, but at the end of the day, I don't even know that it's NIPSCO's fault for them taking this long. Yeah, for sure. But who knows what a storm is going to be like, right? Global warming, hurricanes like crazy. I ain't never heard so many hurricanes coming through in my life. I ain't gonna stop me from going on a cruise, but I'm just saying this is hurricane season until beginning of November. Now, I don't know what happens over here in Indiana. Y'all got to let me know about Indiana, but I'm just saying you always got to be ready. You always got to be ready. You have to be ready because that's what life is. You just never know what's going to come at you. But that's allegedly what's going on with the NIPSCO people. NIPSCO, what a name.
Tens of thousands of people wait anxiously for their power to be restored. NIPSCO's president says they are doing everything in their power to get folks back online.
Is there anything that you would do differently?
We're certainly going to continue to look at our system and ensure that it is capable of meeting what Mother Nature throws at us.
NIPSCO's president told me out of their 500,000 customers, 370,000 were impacted, those residents, by the storm. As of today, around 44,000 NIPSCO customers are still without power.
All right, so we're looking for Tuesday to see if this has been taken care of. So back over to this one. It says Indiana, this is as of yesterday, Indiana governor announces lawsuit settlement agreement. Oh, that's not about this. My bad. All right, that's not about this, but they definitely filed a lawsuit against the NIPSCO people. So we'll have to see how that goes. All right, there's a lot of lawsuits, looks like, flying around out there, child. Who's in Indiana? Anybody? I guess nobody's there. Shout out to R. Rachel. Thank you, Boo. She said, my parents taught me never live in a majority Black people area. You get treated like garbage, like Gary, shaking my head. So I was going to talk about this later. I forget where, but this is what I'm going to say. There's a lot of people when they say, when they be hurling the insults and they be like, you think you better than everybody else and those people don't like you and all this other stupid shit that they be saying. This is why I say there's a lot of Black people that just want Black people to be downtrodden all the time. They want Black people to suffer. I don't know if because they're suffering. I don't know because of where they live. I don't know what the reason is. I don't rightly really care. But I personally am not going to feel bad because I don't live in a ghetto, because I don't live in a hood, because I don't live in an area where there's predominantly Black people. I haven't had that since I was a child when I lived with my grandmother, but that was a different community at the time. That's where people really had a community and they were taking care of one another, right? So if you have the opportunity to get up and go and have and do, then why wouldn't you? Like, this thought that every Black person is hoodish and ghetto and all that stuff is bullshit. Now, I don't live around a bunch of white people, but I damn sure don't live around a bunch of Black people. It's mixed, as it should be. But the funny thing about that is, Rachel, is that the ones that I posted, Oprah and Cam and Obama, all of them live around a lot of white people while they telling Black people that they need to be worried and scared of white people. They not. So how come y'all not giving them the same smoke? I don't even live around predominantly white people. But y'all seem to think that I'm the issue when the people that you listening to are the people doing exactly what it is that you're accusing me of. That's why I can't take y'all seriously. I can't take y'all seriously. Y'all don't even have the sense that God gave you. You don't use this thing between your fucking ears. You don't even know what you be saying. You just be saying shit. How many times do I say that? Child, y'all just be saying shit. Y'all think that shit hurt my feelings? You show and prove with every opening of your pie hole that you don't even know what the hell you're speaking about. But you want to tell me that I don't know? I know where the hell I live. I know what the hell it is that I'm doing. And I know, God forbid, if something like this happened to us, we're going to be the fuck out of here because we can afford to do so. Because at the end of the day, it's always about money. It's always about green. And they know that. I know that. Y'all don't know that. That sounds like a you problem. But anyway, shout out to you, Boo. I appreciate you. Mika up in here. Thank you, Boo. She said, Crockett, what girl? Mika got jokes on a Sunday morning, child. Crockett who? Davy? Davy Crockett? Y'all gonna have a better chance getting help from Davy Crockett than Jasmine Crockett. But y'all want to be out here fighting Stephen A because he sat up here and said something about a politician. Y'all sitting up here talking about politicians every day, half the night. But Stephen A talking about freaking Jasmine Crockett, who ain't no fucking savior. Lord forgive me. And y'all having a fit calling him all these names. Call all the names that you want to. Call all the names that you want to. What the hell does that change for y'all's asses? Saint Fan, I appreciate you. Boo, he said good morning, Michon, and peace to the chat. God bless. Thank you, Boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Kimmy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Shout out to Kimmy. Welcome, Boo Bear. Shout out to Kimmy for becoming a member. Shout out to all the channel members. I see you. I appreciate you. Yeah, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. Shout out to Dr. AJC. Thank you so much, Boo, as usual. He said interest fee and greetings to the awesome Michon. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all. So we'll keep an eye on this. I'm going to keep an eye on this and see what's next. All right. But that is the update as far as I have at this point. So let us get into Karmelo Anthony, who, well, not everybody, but a lot of bodies thought that he was on his way home, caricature. They thought that he was going to get out. I'm not really sure how that thought got into their head, but if you listen to a ghetto boy, I guess you would believe that. It says, breaking, this is yesterday, judge denies Karmelo Anthony's bid for a new trial. So if you don't know, they got rid of the previous judge. I don't know his name, child. They got rid of him, and everybody was like, yeah, Karmelo's coming home. Karmelo's coming home. I was like, all right, just watching. Then, it's not funny. Then they come back, and like 15 minutes later, they was like, denied. I was like, wait, what happened? What happened? That was too quick. I don't know. So let's find out together. Judge denies Karmelo Anthony's bid for a new trial. This was 16 hours ago.
Welcome back into Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Anna Marsick. We do have some breaking news to bring you as Karmelo Anthony has lost his bid for a new trial. This post coming from Fox News just moments ago, breaking: a judge denies motion for a new trial for Karmelo Anthony. And we also have this coming from Fox News, breaking it all down as a Texas judge denied Karmelo Anthony a new trial on Saturday after his attorneys argued that courtroom restrictions, hearings held without Anthony present, and the handling of unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors violated his rights. You can see this post on your screen coming from Fox News.
Hold on. So they were going with violation of rights.
It all down as a Texas judge denied Karmelo Anthony a new trial on Saturday after his attorneys argued that courtroom restrictions, hearings held without Anthony present.
Courtroom restrictions. I'm listening to the reasons that they wanted this. That the lawyers said that Karmelo should get a new trial.
New trial on Saturday after his attorneys argued that courtroom
restrictions, hearings held without Anthony present, and a disputed unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors.
Hearings held without Anthony present, and the handling of unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors violated his rights. You can see this post on your screen coming from Fox News. Just in, Karmelo Anthony loses his bid for a new trial, keeping his murder conviction and 35-year prison sentence in place. A Texas judge rejects the 19-year-old's challenge after 2 days of testimony over courtroom restrictions.
Oh, child, they was in court for 2 days? Oh, yeah, this is the place where they do court on Saturdays. I would not want to work here.
Hearings held without Anthony present, and a disputed unwritten agreement between his former lawyers and prosecutors. Anthony was convicted in June of stabbing and killing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf during an altercation at a Frisco track meet. His legal fight now moves forward on direct appeal. So to go more in depth on...
Okay, so they're not done. They're going to keep going.
This retired district judge, Michael Chitty, denied Anthony's request after reviewing that motion, court record, evidence and arguments, briefs, and relevant case law that was according to his order. Now, the order did not detail his reasoning for that decision, but that decision leaves Anthony's murder conviction and 35-year prison sentence in place. His challenge will continue on direct appeal. Chitty heard 2 days of testimony in McKinney, Texas, after the judge was removed from, or excuse me, the former judge was removed.
McKinney, Texas. So not in Frisco. Wasn't this in Frisco before?
35-year prison sentence in place. His challenge will continue on direct appeal. Chitty heard 2 days of testimony in McKinney, Texas, after the judge was removed from, or excuse me, the former judge was removed who presided over Anthony's murder trial, Judge John Roach, from the remaining trial court proceedings earlier this week. That judge had found that a reasonable outside observer could question whether Roach appeared impartial after he had publicly said that the jury got it right and defended several of his trial decisions. Now,
so the judge came out and said the jury got it right. So that was the reason to also hold him accountable.
Removed from, or excuse me, the former judge was removed who presided over Anthony's murder trial, Judge John Roach, from the remaining trial court proceedings earlier this week. That judge had found that a reasonable outside observer could question whether Roach appeared impartial after he had publicly said that the jury got it right and defended several of his trial decisions. Now,
Yeah, he probably should have shut the hell up.
At the center of the new trial hearing was an oral agreement between Anthony's original defense attorneys and prosecutors to keep potentially damaging character evidence involving both sides from reaching the jury. Former lead defense attorney Mike Howard had testified that he understood the agreement to allow Anthony to testify if he stayed focused on the confrontation under the tent at the Frisco track meet. On the final day of the trial, which was yesterday, prosecutors told the defense that the agreement would not apply if Anthony took to the stand and that the defense had opened the door to character evidence. Howard had said that dispute led to a heated break in the proceedings and made Anthony unwilling to testify. So once again, that latest...
Wait.
Jury. Former lead defense attorney Mike Howard had testified that he understood the agreement to allow Anthony to testify if he stayed focused on the confrontation.
So he didn't testify, though. The agreement being in place allowed Anthony to testify. This is the gentleman's agreement where they didn't talk about how both of them was pains in the asses, basically.
Decisions. Now, at the center of the new trial hearing was an oral agreement between Anthony's original defense attorneys and prosecutors to keep potentially damaging character evidence involving both sides from reaching the jury. Former lead defense attorney Mike Howard had testified that he understood the agreement to allow Anthony to testify if he stayed focused on the confrontation under the tent at the Frisco track meet. On the final day of the trial, which was yesterday, prosecutors told the defense that the agreement would not apply if Anthony took to the stand and that the defense had opened the door to character evidence. Howard had said that dispute led to a heated break in the proceedings and made Anthony unwilling to testify. So once...
Oh. And he was supposed to testify and he didn't testify. Has anybody... Karmelo hasn't talked at all, y'all. Not at all. We haven't... I mean, since the body cam, of course. So he was supposed to testify and he didn't.
Again, that latest breaking news coming in today is that Karmelo Anthony has lost his bid for a new trial. That was the big news in this case that we were still waiting to hear, and it looks like we do have our answer now. We're going to sign up.
All right, so you got your answer for now. Now, I know that a couple of people was talking about this. I did, unfortunately, I don't know if it's because somebody sent it to me. I saw caricature talking with Dennis Sperling and some white man. And Dennis, the lawyer, said that, shout out to Dennis Sperling, that them doing this could have had him, if they did go back to trial, end up getting the whole 99 years because they're thinking, his thought process is the stuff that came out with which we already went over could have been looking like premeditation, right? And then he could have gotten the 99 years if they got a new trial, which they're still pushing. So who knows what could happen because of the things that he was saying. He wanted to go STABB somebody and all the other foolish shit he said. So I saw people saying, well, what about Austin? What about Austin? Austin's dead. What more can you do to Austin? I'm not trying to be rude, but child, what more are you gonna do to Austin? He dead. He was a jackass too. Both of them. Again, boys are different than girls. I know you biatches like to think that males and females are the same. We are not. And so it looked like they were being boys. I mean, it was a bit much. It definitely was a bit much. Some of their craziness. It was more than that. Allegedly, Karmelo was a troubled teen. But blacks don't want to admit that. And they want to ignore what's in your face, like actual evidence. So that's why I'm like, Al Sharpton saying that once the information comes out with Nolan, he's just going to take it and believe it. Nobody believes that. Nobody with any sense. As we watch the sit down with Karmelo's mom and dad in caricature, and they sitting up there saying, man, what about all that stuff that Austin boy did? We can't believe it. I'm like, wait a damn minute. What about your kid? What about your kid? Ignore all that, child. Ignore all that. Let's keep all this in mind as we move along today. Let's go listen to Kingdom React. Shout out to him. It says Black Americans are split on Karmelo Anthony after the hidden texts come out. Uh-oh, y'all.
One side is still fighting for his freedom. The other side is looking at the same messages and saying he earned every year that he got. Same case, same facts, completely different conclusions. That's what this really is today. These are the messages that started the new argument.
Karmelo Anthony, it is not looking good for this boy whatsoever, because now there are claims coming out that the situation that happened between him and Austin Metcalf at the track meet was premeditated. It has been multiple text messages between him and his girlfriend, high school girlfriend, of him, and this is weeks before, of him saying that, I'm going to lick them. He has this pure intentions of creating harm on somebody. Now, is that specifically Austin? Probably not, but he has this demonic intention on harming somebody. There's a text message between him and the girl that he was with, basically saying that he's going to lick the blood off the knife and that he's going to intentionally do harm on somebody. Oh man, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. And the thing about it is this evidence wasn't even in the trial. It was left out of the trial. And this isn't the first thing. It's been multiple things that we've been hearing that was left out of a trial. And you know what? I think that's the reason why a lot of Black activists such as Al Green, Al Sharpton. That's the reason why you don't see him around this anymore.
Damn, not Al Green. Ty, I apologize, boo. Ty the Great, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Shout out to all of y'all that are hanging in there. I just realized it says Karmelo is a demon child. They wasn't playing no games. Damn. That's wild, y'all. How things have changed, yeah.
Because they know the truth. They know exactly how bad this is. Now, they are wanting another trial, a retrial. But here's the thing about that. They was able to get the judge that worked on it out, but he was already on the verge of, being out because I think he was retiring next month, actually. So, but this could look worse for him. He could get more than 35 years. More than 35 years. I don't know what the agenda is. But it's like, and I don't know who's in charge of this whole operation, but it seems like they just keep screwing up because initially he was supposed to accept the plea deal, but the parents didn't want the plea deal because they wanted to continue to generate money off of GoFundMe. And I don't know, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. They're doing more damage to this boy's life, okay, with creating this ruckus, right? This unnecessary ruckus. We are at a point where Black Hollywood and Black activists, top activists, have abandoned the situation.
Nice pictures. Talk about blood. I was before the stabbing. This was.
Child, your hair look good. Hey, boo.
They saying, and that's not heat of the moment, right? That's a mind already in a dark place. When half the comments still treat him like a victim after seeing that, you're not watching justice, you're watching loyalty over evidence. Then comes the version that removes all responsibility.
Y'all, let's talk Karmelo Anthony really quick. He never stood a chance. Those white men used him like a science experiment. Toby Shook, Mike Howard, Bill Worski, Judge John Roach. All good friends, allegedly. We know Toby and Bill are friends, still friends to this day. Gentlemen deals, off the side, unwritten agreements, because that's the way we do things in Texas. Sidebar conversations in the judge's chambers that Karmelo was never privy to. Agreements that protected the character of Austin Metcalf. And when Karmelo made it very clear that he wanted to testify, the deal was off the table, and he had 10 minutes to decide if he could go up against Bill Worski. Are you kidding me? His constitutional rights were violated? Toby Shook testified under oath. He would say that that was indeed a violation of Karmelo's.
So of course, this is who y'all would listen to. Just another biatch in the car making a video. No lawyers, right? Makes sense to me. Shout out to Ms. AB for the Cash App. I see you. I appreciate you, boo. She says, good morning, lady. Good morning to you, hon. Hope all is well. I haven't talked to you in a while. I hope everything is well. Ms. AB be on vacation more than me, y'all. Shout out to you, boo. I see you. I appreciate you.
Constitutional rights. What are we doing here? They utilized him to get a notch on their belt, to go out with a bang, and sentence him to 35 years in prison for the death of Austin Metcalf. But you didn't give him a fair and equal trial. And because of that, it is my hope that he gets one.
Calling it a science experiment is clean. It means the texts don't count. The choices don't count. And a dead teenager becomes collateral. Once you decide that the outcome was fixed from the beginning, nothing he did can ever be on him. It's not analysis, yo. That's straight protection. But not everyone is willing to rewrite it.
I know what everybody's wondering here. They're saying, what's going on in this picture? Well, I'll tell you. You have a bunch of Black women in Texas advocating for the release.
Oh, sir, are you being racist? Not a bunch of Black women. What are you talking about? What they got to do with any of this?
No, Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
Black women again? Women again as a whole? Woo! Women's. They doing the damn thing all over the damn place. Effing up everything, okay? And y'all think that y'all about to get a woman president? So y'all think you about to get a woman president? Child, y'all so funny. Y'all so funny. Shout out to my girl. I appreciate you, boo. She said, second example, not to live in majority Black person town is Flint, Michigan water crisis. That shit is still going on. Oh, it's over. Lasted 5 years, 2014 to 2019. Karmelo's parents should have hired Zimmerman's attorney. Oh, Lord. Now you really trying to rile some people up. Kimmy said, I'm sorry. Rachel said they should have went to George Zimmerman's attorney, Mark O'Mara, to get him off. His parents wasted the money. Shaking my head. Trouble in the chat, child. Our Rachel is trying to stir up some damn trouble. I trust that that's who that is for Zimmerman. Somebody just brought his name up for something because, child, now they're trying to, put all these things together that technically at the end of the day are not the same. Again, you all can sit around and just worry about looking out for some damn racism instead of taking care of yourselves and what you need to do so that, God forbid, if something should happen to you and yours, that you're able to do something about it. Instead of being out here waiting for all these Black women to maybe come to your defense, because where are they all at with regard to Gary, Indiana? They Black. Where they all at with regard to Gary, Indiana? Shout out to the mama in charge of Nitro Camden.
Release of Karmelo Anthony. That's right, advocating for the release of a violent young black thug who took the innocent life of Austin Metcalf when he took a knife to a track meet and took Austin Metcalf's life. And since Karmelo Anthony got sentenced to 35 years, black people across the country have been upset, rioting, pissed off, angry. They're saying that Karmelo Anthony didn't get a fair trial because there was no black jurors. Well, I'm actually glad that there's no black jury. The last thing I want is for somebody to sit there and say that Karmelo was a victim of systemic racism or oppression. No. I'm glad that he got locked up. Well, there is a new update. The judge who was overseeing the trial had to recuse himself because the lawyers for Karmelo Anthony were advocating and saying that he was unfit and unfair. Now, just because there's a new judge doesn't mean that there's going to be a new trial.
But did he recuse or did they remove him?
For me, for one, I hope there's a new trial because I don't think Karmelo sentence got it right the first time. I hope he gets life. Also, Metcalf doesn't get a second chance.
Damn, why are you hoping that he gets life, child? Lord, what is wrong with him?
So why should Karmelo?
So
I know everybody's wondering here. They're saying, what's going on in this picture?
This side isn't confused. The young man is dead and people are still outside demanding release like the evidence is optional. I'm just saying, guilt doesn't care about a crowd size when the facts are this clear and the reaction is still let him go. The argument stopped being about truth a long time ago. And then the story gets flipped completely.
Spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, we did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism. There are several documented instances of Austin using racial...
All right. Y'all corrected me. He recused himself. Okay, y'all got it. Shout out to you for letting me know. I appreciate you. Shout out to Spaces in our building. Member for a month. I see you. I appreciate you. He said, just pay my dues so I don't get fined. These people are the reason why Karmelo thought he had a chance in this case. A push doesn't deserve a STAB. Child, depends on who you ask. If you remember when they was having all these talks about it, somebody just said a second ago, they don't hear nobody talking about it no more. You really don't. Not the way that you used to. You really don't. But when it first happened, they was up here all night long with all these, if you touch me, you can expect. And I'm just like, y'all, you know these kids is listening. What are y'all talking about? You can't say that you're going to take somebody on up out of here because they may have touched you. Wild times, y'all. Wild times. You hear any apologies from there? None of that? I did not. I still haven't. Ain't no apologies. Ain't never no apologies from the community. I wonder why that is.
Okay, babe, I'm sorry. Simple. You know that I was not, but I never meant to do that way, but you never think of my feelings and you do that. You do that, I love you, but at the same time, you dislike me, what good thing is you? At the same time, I get angry and multiple and you don't care, well, but I do forgive you, but at the same time, you don't. Okay, baby, I'm sorry. You gotta think of my feelings, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Anybody heard any apologies lately from any, particularly female? Any apologies from any females lately? Anybody? Bueller? All right, just checking. Crisscross in the building. Thank you for the poop. I appreciate you, boo. Ashy Foot up in here. Good morning, boo. Shout out to Africa. He said they should have hired me at Ashley's attorney at law. Is there anything that you don't do, child? Is there any? Open up a laundromat, a wash and fold and dry, and do it in this area so that I can give you my business. I trust you. We would have won that case, or at least we'd have borrowed that Anton. Shout out to what Anton says. Hot dog outfit and snuck him out to Lagos. Anton ain't never going to live that hot dog costume down. Y'all will not allow that to go. That is hilarious. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you.
Slurs in school. And in 2023, Austin was accused of bullying a black student in class. In 2018, while still in elementary school, Austin and his brother were accused of bullying and assaulting a female, which led to his arrest. During an argument in 2024 with another female student, Austin allegedly knocked her to the ground and punched her in the stomach. He was also kicked out of a football game.
Peach. Sounds like a peach.
And texted someone later, I was about to beat the expletive out of those kids. At a previous track meet, when another student alerted Austin that someone not on their team, quote, behind our bench was talking wild, Austin reportedly replied, kill that MF. During the 2023-2024 school year, he received in-school suspension twice. School disciplinary records from April 2022 to May 2024 revealed that Austin reportedly called a teacher the B word and used profanity. He told a school official that he couldn't control it and wasn't aware that it was coming out of his mouth. In 2024, on at least 5 occasions, Austin saw a counselor regarding his anger and rage during a football game. In 2021, he got banned from attending basketball games for a season after yelling profanity at a player. Metcalf also got suspended after he and another student were talking about bringing a gun to school the following day.
Now the victim and his brother become the menace. Past mistakes are real. They still don't turn a federal stabbing into a public service. That kind of leap only happens when the goal is protecting one side, no matter what the details show.
Now listen, he a demon. Thanks, Uncle Rick. I appreciate you. Now listen, he a demon. Him and his brother definitely sound like they demons, right? What more can anybody do to Austin? Somebody let me know. Bueller. What more can you do to Austin? Bueller. So you're trying to tell me that because Austin, let's just say it, Austin is a racist, right? He's a menace. He's was a degenerate, a thug, okay? What more are you gonna do to him? What more are you gonna do to him? What's left to do? I'm thinking nothing. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. That's why I'm asking. I could be wrong, right? Does that mean that it is okay for anybody, not even just Karmelo, to just STABB him? Because I thought Karmelo was supposed to, based off of what he said in these text messages, lick the blood off. Did he do that? Looked like he ran. Did he lick the blood off like he said he was going to do? Was he a victim of Metcalf's? I didn't hear anybody say that. They jackasses, let's not get it twisted. But did anybody show and prove that he was getting harassed, bullied, threatened by the Metcalf brothers? Because I didn't hear nobody say that. Now, if they brought that in, that might be something different. I'm not saying to me it makes sense, but I'm just saying at least that would make a bit more difference. I ain't hear that. Did I miss it? Bueller? Did I miss it? All right. Kimmy says that Karmelo was not aware of that stuff about Austin happened way before. That is true. It was like when both of them was much younger as they was coming up. So you're right. But I didn't know, like maybe there was something and I missed it where they knew each other and he was harassing him somewhere somehow, or they had a confrontation, whatever it is that you want to call it. But it sounds like not. So then there's that. But typically sometimes it's like, don't bring up people's past. But then it's, oh, you see what he used to do. Yep. You're right. Yep. Are y'all seeing what Karmelo used to do too? Oh, ignore all that. Blacks, you can't ignore one and not the other. They both were menaces. They both have issues. They both had issues. They both was pains in the asses. They both have parents who did them wrong. Oh, y'all don't want to admit that? So y'all don't want to admit that? They just rogue on their own under the age of 18 just because. But, you know, there are a lot of people that take up for perpetrators now, as we know. We're going into Lindsay in a second. But anyway, come on, child.
Oh. And y'all remember that conversation. It takes another sharp turn.
If you don't mind, can I have your name?
I've been wondering who the hell this was because I've been seeing this picture all over the place. Child, what is this? What is this?
And who you represent?
My name is Crystal Muhammad. I represent the New Black Panther Party for self-defense.
Okay.
I'm gonna step up.
Yes, ma'am.
She's self-defense.
She trolling us with that music back there.
I know it's really, really loud. But we're gonna get through it. So, my question is, so you guys coming out here today? I know a lot of people actually.
I feel like I'm getting hit by them boobs, child.
We really don't even know that the Black Panther Party still.
Why are they lowering the camera? Bring the camera up. They doing this on purpose. Why are they lowering the camera? Games, child. Games being played right in front of our face. Damn, we ain't even seen the top of her head. We seeing that neck. I know this is so off code and off topic, but I cannot ignore this. Y'all think I'm about to ignore all this? No. Damn, them boobs is big. I think them boobs weigh as much as I do. All this weight I'm trying to lose, all she got to do is get a breast reduction and she down to the size she need to be. Damn, what is going on with that neck? Woo! I'm scared. Who the hell is she gonna... Who she gonna protect? She gonna knock him with them boobs? This is the Black Panther? I thought they had to be...
exist. So, can you tell me some things that your organization does?
They don't know the Black Panther Party exists. They haven't been in the movement. Because anybody that's been in the movement and conscious know we have. We went everywhere, something been going on with. Our website is nbpp.org. We're a continuation of Black Liberation Freedom Fighters. The New Black Panther Party was founded here in Dallas, Texas in 1989 at the heels of the crack epidemic. And we've been fighting for justice all across America, KKK. We all here today because we already knew what the verdict was going to be. We knew it was going to be racist. We knew when it was an all-white jury. We knew when the judge.
We already knew it was going to be racist. We already knew it was going to be an all-white jury. So the Black Panthers is here to help out, child.
The DA was at a party with Metcalf's dad. The judge should have recused himself. The DA should have recused himself. The fix was in. This whole shit.
The fix was in. Ooh, not Andre Williams saying black women are fat as F. I know I'm fat. I don't need you to say that. Andre, I'm going to find your ass. F you, Andre. F you, Andre. Who let their mama come outside looking like this? We need more black men and women to come together and shame the ish out of all the fat. I don't need any shame. I know what it is. My boobs ain't that big. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Andre, why you gotta be like this? Andre is not on code. Tadisha, Andre is not on code. I am offended. I am offended. What the fuck? I can't even be fat in peace without Andre pointing it out. F you, Andre.
Oh, man. Different topic, same reflex. The moment someone from the community says the uncomfortable part out loud, the demand for accountability disappears. You can't claim you want better while treating honest criticism like an attack. You know, the double standard is the part. It's part of why nothing changes. Now, let's just go and get to the bigger picture.
Every individual you see chanting in this video is goofy. This is so embarrassing. I don't know how they're not embarrassed. And this is why they're goofy. They're out here chanting about Karmelo Anthony getting justice or not receiving the justice he deserves because he was convicted after stabbing a white kid in the chest and killing him, might I add. Now, here's an interesting statistic. In between 35 and 50% of the time that a black person is murdered in this country, they don't find the individual who did it. So I'm going to read you some individuals. Jalen Griffin, age 12, a black kid from Buffalo, New York, has been missing since 2020. His remains were found in an attic in 2024. Police have treated it as a homicide and continue to seek information into 2026 with no arrest publicly reported. Tyler Johnson, another black kid, age 15, from Southfield, Michigan, fatally shot in a hotel room in February of 2024. As of early 2025 reporting, witnesses had not fully cooperated and no arrest had been made. Another black kid, Rashawn Sims, age 16, from Monroe, Louisiana, shot near his home in July of 2023, still described as unsolved in the mid-2025 coverage. And from what I've seen, there's still been no announcements saying that they found the person who killed him. Jordan Lachelle Fitzpatrick, another black kid, age 16, from the Tuskegee/Montgomery area in Alabama, disappeared in 2023, remains were identified in 2025, and the case reclassified as a homicide investigation. No public arrest had been reported at the time of the identification announcement.
Child, that's because all white people did that, and they're covering for each other, especially in Alabama, sir. I mean, I don't know who this man's name is, but we see him a lot. It was done by white people. What are you asking the questions for? It's racism.
And still, as of today, we still haven't seen anything, or I haven't seen anything come out when I looked for it. This is why I say these women are goofy. Again, let's go on the low end. 35% of the time a black person is murdered in the US, the murderer is still at large. I don't see these women chanting justice for the individuals who were murdered. Think about it. On average, there are around 10,000 black people murdered every year in this country. 35% of the time, the murderers.
I thought crime was down. What is he talking about? Crime is down because Joe Biden said so.
Are not found. It's really higher, but I'm going on the low end. And I don't see these women out chanting justice for all the individuals who were murdered and their murderers haven't been found. And this is why it's goofy, because they don't have the same energy over here. Many black Americans have this traumatic obsession with race when it comes to white and black people. Black people are murdered every single day. They say nothing. Then all of a sudden it has to do with a white person. Now they're all about it and we got to get justice because we don't like the outcome. Crazy. Anyway, guys, don't forget free email news.
Well, that's because they're the dominant society. Okay. So you already know. But let me move on. Shout out to Kingdom Reacts, though. I'm going to move on over here to BCP because you know he has a take. Pro-black race hustlers in shambles after judge rejects new trial for Karmelo Anthony. There they all are. Shout out to you. They got a white man up here. Look at him. A white man over here. We got a white woman over here. All right, everybody else is black. All right, let's hear it.
Right now at 10 o'clock on this Friday night, Karmelo Anthony supporters hoping the judge may rule in favor of a new trial after a two-day hearing wrapped up a little earlier this evening. Welcome in, CBS News Texas 10 o'clock Friday edition. Doug Dunbar and the team. So the question in front of the judge now, did Anthony get a fair chance to defend himself at his first trial? That's what's on the table. The judge has heard the arguments from both sides, and as Amelia Magabro reports, a decision could come as soon as tomorrow.
Karmelo Anthony was back in the Collin County Courthouse Friday for a third day, fighting to have his murder conviction and a 35-year sentence thrown out. And one topic became the center of Friday's testimony, a private gentleman's agreement attorneys made before the trial. Both sides agreeing to focus on what happened under the track meet tent where Austin Metcalf was killed and keep the violent history of both teenagers out of the trial. The
violent history of both teenagers. The violent history of both teenagers. I don't think the pros hear that part. The violent history of both teenagers.
Attorney Toby Shook took the stand once again, saying that agreement later put Karmelo in a difficult position. Shook testified Karmelo needed to take the stand to explain why he believed he had to use deadly force. But prosecutors argued his testimony could open the door to violent backgrounds both sides had agreed to keep out.
Okay, then now listening to this explanation, I get it. So he didn't testify because if he did, then both of their violent histories would be brought in. That's what shout out to Dennis Sperling. That's exactly what he meant. Y'all over here listening to caricature and shit. This is exactly what he meant. So if Karmelo got onto the stand and started saying blah, 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 blah about Austin, whatever it was, then that opens the door for them to say, well, you know what? This is what you and Austin both were doing, blah, 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 blah. And then that's how it could have been 99 years. Wow. They could have brought the girlfriend out to say that she was being stalked because allegedly that's what has been brought out too. She told somebody about it, the school or something like that he was stalking her allegedly. He was allegedly at some troubled youth camp or some mess like that. What's his name? Austin is knocking down girls, punching them in the stomach, saying crazy stuff. Child, keep them kids away from me, child. This is why I don't like none of your boxes of rocks, child. But all this, he's so innocent, he's so sweet, he's so innocent. Neither one of them are. How the hell you gonna condemn one listening to all this, but not the other one? They both a mess. They both was jackasses. And since they were minors, that's on their parents, both of them. Both sets of parents. Y'all don't want to acknowledge that? Y'all don't want to admit that? That's all right. That's why I got to be mindful of the actual information instead of going all out. And now y'all look like fools, including caricature and the parents in that stupid ass 5-minute clip of the interview that he did with them. What about what they said about that Metcalf boy? Oh, I can't believe it. Are you kidding me right now? Absolve yourselves. Absolve yourselves, okay? And if you don't get your crumb snatchers under control, we already know this, black people, right? Prison to pipeline, child, school to prison pipeline, however it go. We already know this, right? So what do we get? You either gonna become a criminal when everybody loves you, or you gonna be deceased when everybody loves you and martyrs for you, right? So you got now Karmelo is a criminal. Everybody loves him. And I know everybody didn't know him beforehand. Well, where was all the love when he was acting the fuck up? Sorry, Lord, I'm trying. Where was all that when he was acting up? Where was all that when he was out here doing all this crazy shit? Where was all that needed to be done with Austin when he was out here doing all this crazy shit? Y'all didn't do nothing about it, or you let boys be boys, maybe? I don't know. But both of them had issues. So the odds were they was going to end up in some shit anyway. Whatever. You can say whatever it is that you want. I don't care. But neither one of them were upstanding young men as people try to portray them to be as such. And this is what I never understand as well when it comes to males, young males who do things to young girls. Okay, we're gonna give them all to be young under the age of 23 for this scenario. When they're young and they're this age and they're doing shit to girls, y'all don't have shit to say, feminist, misandrist, where you at? When you have these young men doing stuff to these girls, where y'all at? Because I don't hear y'all ain't loud enough for me because y'all not saying it for some reason. Why is that? So when they under 18 or under 23, it don't matter. They can get beat the F up. The girls can get beat the F up by these boys. They can be stalked by these young men. That's okay. But when they become adults, that's when it's a problem. Make it make sense. Where you at, feminist? Where you at, misandrist? Because one would think that you would hear this and say, yeah, nah, we not for this, child. You over here hurting women. Remember, you don't like men. And then all of a sudden, some shit like this happens, and all of a sudden you in love with men. Yeah, justice. Yeah, let's go. So race trumps feminism. Race trumps feminism, y'all. That's what I'm seeing. It's amazing to me. Just pick whichever one you want to for the moment to be chaotic and confused, crazy, foolish. And then you think somebody gonna elect you to be president? No woman is gonna become president, y'all. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Right now, all you bitches is looking crazy, okay? For the ones that support Lindsey Clancy, for the ones that's over here supporting these males that do stuff to females, and y'all be like, not my baby. Anybody that happens to be supporting Nitro Camden's mama, you crazy too. Ain't no way. And I've had one in the chat too, in the comments too. I need to know the whole story. What whole story do you need to know? We just saw this woman assault her son and kick him out and give him a birthday card that says, now that you're 18, you can get out. Ignore all that, right? Because why? Because she a black woman. She a biatch, and she's a horrible mother. Interesting how y'all can pick in the F-choose. Y'all don't stand on anything. That's why you have the issues that you do. All biatches. And you think I'm supposed to listen to y'all? I'm a biatch too. What I need to listen to you for? I can listen to my damn self. But I'm the problem? No, you biatches are the problem. You don't stand on anything except for your hatred for men until, gentlemen, criminal or deceased. Then all of a sudden they care about y'all's asses. And they never care about any of these damn females, girls, women.
Karmelo ultimately decided not to testify. And in closing arguments, defense attorney Russell Wilson said a heated argument between prosecutors and Karmelo's lawyers caused Anthony to lose trust in the state, contributing to his own decision not to testify. Prosecutor Bill Worski tells a different story as the prosecution's only witness. He says there was never an agreement preventing Karmelo from taking the stand. Worski goes on to say the unusual rules surrounding the trial were necessary because of threats, intense public pressure, and misinformation surrounding the case. His argument, the restrictions protected the trial, but the defense says they went too far and the lack of public access violated federal law. Free Karmelo! Free Karmelo! A crowd of supporters were seen cheering outside the courthouse for Anthony after the hearing concluded. Now it's up to the judge to decide whether those unusual restrictions protected Karmelo's rights to a fair trial or violated it.
Boy. So we got to talk about some devastating news for the pro-black who were supporting Karmelo Anthony. Okay, the people who were defending a murderer, they were hoping and praying that Karmelo would get a new trial and ultimately be free. Okay, despite the fact that he murdered a white teenager in cold blood, right? And they want Karmelo to be free because they believe that what Karmelo did was justified. Okay, not because they can articulate any real reason or any real legal argument for why what Karmelo did was self-defense. No, it's simply that Karmelo's black and the victim was white, so therefore it's okay, right? It's totally fine. It's totally okay for black teenagers to run around stabbing kids in the chest as long as they're white, okay? But unfortunately for them, they're not going to get what they hoped for, despite the fact that Karmelo did score a little win earlier this week during his hearing for retrial, led by a bunch of race hustling lawyers, right? So they got the race hustler Avengers on this case. And they scored a small victory by getting the new judge to remove the old judge from being able to participate in the proceedings moving forward, right? Because he was biased. He showed some bias after the trial was over, even though I don't think he showed any bias by saying that, yeah, I think that the jury got it correct because they followed the law. But anyways, the race hustler Avengers got a very, very, very small victory, but ultimately took a big L because Karmelo's bid for a new trial has been denied by the newly appointed judge. And
there will not be a new trial for Karmelo Anthony in the stabbing death of Austin Metcalf. After 2 days of hearing explosive testimony revealing information from a gentleman's agreement that was not made public during the original trial, a visiting judge ruled today that there will not be a new trial for Karmelo Anthony. The week started with a win for the new Karmelo Anthony defense team, getting the original trial judge, Judge Roach, recused from hearing any further motions. Then they brought in Judge Chitty. For the last 2 days, Judge Chitty heard testimony from lawyers.
Not Judge Chitty. Shout out to Locked and Loaded for the poop. Thank you, boo.
On both sides, talking about this gentleman's agreement to basically not reveal character information about Metcalf, the victim, or Anthony, the person who was accused and now convicted of killing Austin Metcalf. The details were eye-opening, saying that Metcalf had behavioral issues in his past, including using racial slurs, and also Anthony having behavioral issues, including talking about a knife and making threats to his girlfriend. This does not stop the process. There is still an appeals process to be had, but a major blow to those who believe that Karmelo Anthony was not given a fair shake. He's serving a 35-year sentence. I'll have to see how that appeal process continues.
I think that this is a great thing. I'm going to explain to you guys why I think this is a great thing. And it's honestly probably good for...
Before he goes, a proud American, I can't find your comment, but I see it over here. He said, my white conservative sons would have beat Austin's ass for what he did to those young women. And I don't condone violence at all. I don't. However, what we're not going to do is sit up here and act like people just ignore what these young people are doing, but then have all this outrage out here, but don't address it down here. Because when it's convenient, it's okay and they can ignore it. Females, women, girls, ladies, biological women, you are either on the side of your for women all the time or you're not. All this sometimey bullshit is bullshit, and y'all looking crazy. And I'm going to point it out every single time. Y'all full of shit.
Carmelo, because to be honest with you guys, considering what has now come out about Carmelo, that was not a part of the original trial, it is likely that he probably would have gotten way more time if they actually got what he wanted, which, again, was a retrial. I don't think it would have worked out well for Carmelo, to be honest with you.
Just convicted.
Which is what the lawyer, the real lawyer, Dennis Sperlin said.
Killer
but people want to listen to caricature. I don't think so. Where your law degree at?
Carmelo Anthony's retrial hearing continues today as the judge is considering a trove of evidence that the jury never saw, including
I should have known by the hair. How many times do we be talking about the hair? But I let it go because who knew? All right, just whatever. We don't know. Let's hear it. You know, I'm a firm believer of not taking people on up out of here. You know, that's just my thought process. But a lot of people think that it's just okay now to just be out here killing people. Wild times we living in, y'all. Wild times.
Serving text messages that were sent by Anthony. Todd Pyro joins us now with the latest. Todd.
Ainsley, good morning. The fate of Carmelo Anthony's retrial attempt remains undecided as his hearing for a new trial continues this morning. Prosecutors revealing disturbing new texts showing Anthony threatening to murder his girlfriend around the time Austin Metcalf was stabbed in the heart at a
Don't even worry about it. That's okay.
school track meet. One text from Anthony reads, quote, "How many bullets you want coming out of your chest?" Anthony sending another saying, quote, "When I stab somebody, I'm going to lick their blood off the blade." And this text sent 2 hours before Metcalf was murdered, reading, quote, "I'm low-key on the verge." After receiving these threatening texts, Anthony's ex-girlfriend allegedly told an assistant principal he was stalking her. Prosecutors adding Anthony had a history of getting into fights and an obsession with knives and guns. This information just now being revealed to the jury, or just now being revealed, I should say, was kept under wraps by both sides as a gentleman's agreement.
So courts can keep whatever they want under wraps when they want to. Now, can't they? All them pictures we saw of him with weapons as well. Ignore all that, y'all. Ignore all that.
To not use the text as evidence ahead of Anthony's original murder trial. The defense had agreed not to speak on victim Austin Metcalf's juvenile criminal history, which included graffiti and incidents of Metcalf bullying minority students, being violent, and using racial slurs.
Did I say you didn't raise two good kids? I thought you said that your kids would beat his ass, meaning Austin. Because, child, you can leave too if you want to be an asshole. I don't give a damn. Don't fuck around here. I'm not in the mood for none of y'all assholes, okay? Know and understand I'm not in the mood for y'all assholes, so scroll the fuck on.
Anthony's team now claiming the agreement violated his constitutional rights and contributed to his decision not to testify.
How normal is a 35-year sentence for a kid who ain't never been in trouble before with the law, and he has a situation where he killed somebody, but that somebody that was certain circumstances that led to it. It wasn't a premeditated murder. He didn't plan to kill the kid. The kid accosted. He didn't accost the kid. The kid accosted him. They get into a fight, and he stabs him and give him 35 years. You know, how typical is that?
I mean, Willie D, man, the range was from 5 to 99. He could have gotten 99 years.
I know.
Willie D, he'll sit down for 17 years. He'll be out. He'll sit down for 17 years. He'll be out before he's 40 if he plays his cards right. Let me tell y'all something. I want all the public who are angry with me. You better listen to me right now. That boy could go back and get a new trial, get a new judge. With all this stuff out here, if he gets up on the stands and testify, he can end up with 99 years. Y'all keep playing if you want to. This is Texas. Okay, let me run that back to you all again. This is Texas. I've seen worse. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all keep playing. I'm just saying, you keep asking for something that you may not want. You mess around and get a new trial, and he gets a new jury.
Yeah, I out there try to play that game with this man.
Yeah. So you see that you're.
What's the problem, caricature? What's the problem? Who's this man in the middle? Is he a lawyer too? Don't ever want to listen. All these blacks know so damn much. You finally got your whole. They listen to who they want to listen to. Is Dennis Sperling not black? I'm sorry, y'all. Is Dennis Sperling not black? Oh, but if the ghetto boy don't want it to be, then he gonna continue on because that's what his listeners want him to do. So he's doing a disservice, even with the whole ass lawyer on there. What the fuck you bring him on here for then? Oh, just to make it look good? Michael, thank you, boo. He said, my belief is more women rejoice in harm towards women than men because they are overcome with envy and jealousy. I agree. I told y'all there is no sisterhood. any ninja, white man, any man that they want. I don't care what they saying out here. They going for it. It don't matter if there's a woman on the other side or not. They gonna go for what they know. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. I already know. That's why they don't have no problem with DL Hughley. Ignore all that. Black wife cheated on his black wife with a black woman, had a black baby on his black wife with a black woman he was having an affair with, but DL Hughley loves black people. But you allow him to be out here talking about Stephen A. Smith because Stephen A. Smith had the nerve and the audacity to question a politician. Ass backwards thinking. I don't have time for that foolishness. I don't have time for that foolishness. They can take that shit where? Back there, okay? It makes no sense whatsoever. And then this ninja here.
Anthony's team now claiming the agreement violated his constitutional rights and contributed to his decision not to testify.
How normal is a 35-year sentence for a kid who ain't never been in trouble before with the law? And
for a kid who ain't never been in trouble before with the law. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? This is who y'all want to listen to? A ghetto boy. This year Halloween fell on a weekend. That's why they use entertainment on y'all, and it works. Oh my God, how dumb are you? How dumb are you? We've all heard what the hell has been said about both of them. This nigga sitting up here talking about he's never been in trouble.
he has a situation where he kills.
Look at Dennis. Look at Dennis, y'all.
Violated his constitutional rights and contributed to his decision not to testify.
How normal is a 35-year sentence for a kid who ain't never been in trouble before with the law? And he has a situation where he killed somebody. But
you see him? He's saying the same thing. This nigga, without saying it, he said it all with his face. This nigga. Just keep saying shit because I know the colors is gonna believe me because that's what they want to believe. So I'll just keep lying. I'll just keep lying. Where's Cox at? The lawyer Cox. Where's what is this theme? Tell him Cox, call Cox, child, whatever it is. This should have been first on his list, child, even maybe before Al Sharpton. I wonder if they know. Oh yeah, this is my bad. This is Karmelo. This is not Nolan. But y'all, if he doing this with regard to Karmelo, y'all think he telling the truth about Nolan? We already know. We normal people already know.
For a kid who ain't never been in trouble before with the law, and he has a situation where he killed somebody, but that was certain circumstances that led to it. It wasn't a premeditated murder. He didn't plan to kill the kid. The kid accosted. He didn't accost the kid. The kid accosted him. They get into a fight, and he stabs him and give him 35 years. You know, how typical is that?
I mean, Willie D, man, the range was from 5 to 99. He could have gotten 99 years.
I know.
Willie D, he'll sit down for 17 years. He'll be out. He'll sit down for 17 years. He'll be out before he's 40 if he plays his card.
I see the dumbass trolls are here too. Y'all heard all the shit that both of them did. So anybody that's saying, oh, maybe he has a conviction that you don't believe in, he's a lying ass felon. Fuck you and fuck him too.
Right. Let me tell y'all something. I want all the public who are angry with me. You better listen to me right now. That boy could go back and get a new trial, get a new judge. With all this stuff out here, and if he gets up on the stands and testify, he can end up with 99 years. Y'all keep playing if you want to. This is Texas. Okay, let me run that back to you all again. This is Texas. I've seen worse. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all keep playing. I'm not talking about, I'm just saying you keep asking for something that you may not want. You mess
wasting your breath, Dennis.
Around and get a new trial, and he gets a new jury.
Yeah,
ignorance going ignorant.
I out there try to play that game with this man.
Yeah. So you see that you heard that, right? That Black Morning that goes on Willie D show. I love the fact that he's always pretty straight with Willie D about his delusions, right? Willie D running around here defending murderers, okay, pushing for a retrial, and it's like, well, if you get a retrial, you might not get what you want because again, the text messages that have come out about Karmelo, to me, in my opinion, support the fact that this was premeditated first-degree murder, right? This guy was basically threatening to murder his girlfriend, which, by the way, I'm very confused. I'm like, wow,
okay, that's not a problem. That's okay, Greg. That's okay because they love Karmelo because he is innocent. So it's okay that he threatens a woman, a female, a girl. It's okay. Then as soon as there's another woman, of which there's plenty, who sit up here and get taken out by their boyfriends, their significant others, their baby daddies, whatever the hell it is, because it's not like there's a shortage of any of that. Then all of a sudden, like, that's not right. It's not fair. But at this young age, it's okay. because we love Karmelo so much. It doesn't matter what he did that we would be upset over here for. It doesn't matter. She don't count because he killed that white boy. So she gonna be fine. I don't even know. She was Hispanic or something, child. That's okay. Don't worry about it. The misandrists only care about their misandry when it benefits them. That's the only time. There's no sisterhood, y'all. Women don't give a damn about other women for the umpteenth time. They give a damn about themselves. That's it. That's all.
Why would this woman stick with him, despite the fact that she knows that he's crazy? Maybe she's in it for the money, right? Maybe she saw that money come in and now all of a sudden she's thinking about Karmelo because she want a piece, right? Maybe the family is cutting her check. I don't know. But this dude talked about stabbing somebody and licking the blood off the knife. Come on now. Now, again, isn't it amazing how the actual text messages show that Karmelo was everything that the race hustlers claimed that he wasn't, right? Well, he was a good kid. 3+7 GPA, 2 jobs, captain of the football team, right? No, this dude was a raging lunatic. He was a murderous, bloodthirsty lunatic, wannabe thug, right? That's what he was. That's what he was. That's who he still is because he hasn't apologized. He hasn't showed any remorse.
Apologize.
And this is who the pro-blacks wanted to free, right? Free a guy who threatened to kill his girlfriend to the point where she had to go to school and report it to the officials. He said, when I stab somebody, I want to lick the blood off.
Forget about that. Forget about that BIPOC girlfriend. Forget about the BIPOC girlfriend. It doesn't matter. The white boy. The white boy. That's all that matters. Feminism out the window. Feminism out the window. Misandry out the window. Me Too out the window. F that girl. It's the white boy. That's all that matters. He's justified because it was a white boy. She's just a byproduct of all this. She'd be fine. I mean, she was scared enough to go to the school, principal or whatever, wherever she went to. She had to report it enough. She was that scared. Forget about all that, child. That don't matter. Free Karmelo, child. Keep going.
The knife. How many holes you want in your chest? That is who these people were defending. That is who these people swore down was innocent. He just a baby. We can't send a brother to jail. We can't send a black baby.
They're still saying it.
To jail. The black baby was a monster. An absolute monster. And yeah, I know the pro-blacks was...
All right. You got anything else? Because, child. All right. That's enough. Shout out to BCP. That is enough. I'm over it. The hypocrisy abounds. Nothing new with that. Let's go to Lindsay. Speaking of hypocrisy, let's go to Lindsay. Back over here to Lindsay Clancy. David Harris Jr. Wrote this on IG. It says, people from Lizzie Marbach. It says, people keep asking why so many people, people keep asking why so many women, bitches, are defending Lindsay Clancy. The answer is simple. Over 25% of women did exactly what Lindsay did. They red rummed their children too in cold blood, just like she did via Roe v. Wade. You know how women love Roe v. Wade, especially white women. White women, y'all love it. I mean, black women do it the most. Let's we not act like it. But child, you know what? Is that why they cheering for it? Because they know that black women will continue to delete more babies?
What kind of shit is that?
We may be coming up with something right now, okay? It says they empathize with her because they've red rummed and they got away with it. So why shouldn't she? We live in a world where the people are bloodthirsty for child sacrifice. We desperately need to repent and abolish AB from our land. Well, that's not going to happen because you got bitches who, again, don't give a damn about your boxes of rocks over here in Massachusetts with this lady. What's her name? Mara Healy on Monday, August the 10th, signed legislation removing restrictions on ABs after 24 weeks of gestation, making it okay to red rum up until the moment of birth, child. This is, child. Yes. Shout out to the women's. Shout out to the misandrists. So since y'all hate men so bad, how y'all getting pregnant, Bueller? Somebody help me understand. Please don't say IVF because y'all can't even afford to think. So I know damn well you can't afford IVF. So help me understand how y'all keep getting pregnant. How? How? Immaculate conception. The Lord said, take that where? Back there. So this is the change that supporters say will help more patients stay in state to receive care. The deletion of innocent babies is not health care. Satan is just now working through vulnerable women. No, they're not vulnerable. They know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. When Jesus was a baby, Satan told the government to delete all the babies. New government, same Satan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Child, this one right here, right behind her, and the red dress on, she about to go do one that same day. She about to probably get pregnant on purpose so that she can go do it. I don't get it. I just don't understand. How come ain't nobody talking about birth control methods? No. How come if y'all hate men, because this is a group that don't like men, trust me when I tell you, misandrous, sisterhoodish. Child, these people be lying. These people be lying. But y'all like it, I love it.
This is amazing.
This is why I stay away from bitches. Y'all already know. I don't deal with women. I don't know how y'all do it. I do not. All of y'all crazy. I don't give a damn what your race is. I don't give a damn what your race is. This shit is wild. This is the 10th state though. Mass is the 10th. So y'all think it's healthcare to delete y'all's kids up until the birth. But if your boyfriend comes and takes you on up out of here and you're pregnant, that's extenuating circumstance, and then you get a red rum charge on that baby. Well, why is this okay? Help me understand. I need somebody to explain, Bueller. I need somebody to help me understand. If you're in a car crash and you're pregnant and the baby is deleted, that person gets a charge as well. If your boyfriend comes and takes your ass out knowing that you're pregnant and you ain't want to get rid of that kid, then he gets a charge on that baby and you as well. But you can go and delete your own daggone baby, and it's healthcare. Yes, sisters. Yes, sisters. This is what we have going on. Shout out to us. Woo! And you think that someone is going to vote in a woman president? Deranged. You heard? Deranged. Shout out to Jason. Thank you, boo. Massachusetts is already building new clinics. Of course they are. They're going to be having a good time up there. It's all liberal anyway. All of New England is basically liberal anyway. That's where Bernie Mac, child. Not Bernie Mac, child. Bernie, what's his name? The white billionaire dude. Pocahontas, child. I can't remember all their names. Elizabeth Warren. All them heifers that's sitting up here talking about the horrible corporations as they are billionaires and trillionaires and get more money by the day. That's who y'all want to listen to. Y'all need to have stuff from the government. Y'all need to get stuff from the government. They should be taking care of you. Bernie Sanders, thank you. And y'all want to sit here and listen to these people? Y'all don't be paying attention. Child, y'all don't be paying attention. Anybody that thinks that this is cute and it makes sense, child, you out of your damn mind. Stay all the way away from me. Anyway, let's go over here. White people, y'all are wilding. From the New York Post, they probably talked about this yesterday. Shout out to the Better Bachelor, who can see. He thinks that women are having psychosis. I was like, nah, that's not what it is. They just want to be a part of something. That's why they can be all happy as pigs and shit that some woman sat up here and said it's okay for you to go delete your kids. These are the same people that's going to say that it's okay for you to transgender your kid. These are the same people that will say that you can go against your child's father, who should have just as much right to say what the kid should have and do, and say that you want to dress your male up as a female and vice versa because you want them to be free. Yeah, there's a problem. The internet and attention. A North Dakota biatch accused of STBing two of her young children to death ghoulishly told their father, you know, the people that hate men, but they continue to be pregnant, say goodbye to your kids in a blood-chilling video shot moments before the slaughter, according to a new affidavit. Now, we know that this happened a few years ago, which is where It's All Jermaine's Fault came from. Y'all remember that, right? And it's always it's Jermaine's fault. Y'all remember that? That heifer FaceTimed that baby daddy. And the reason why is because he had moved on with someone else. So 2 of them kids, and I know one was deceased and one was hanging on by a limb. I don't know what happened after that. Covered in blood, FaceTimes them to show him. But yeah, women are the best stewards, right? They know what they're doing. They should be in charge. They should be everywhere because they're just as equal as men. And you think that I'm supposed to follow these bitches? Hell no, ain't never, ever, ever gonna happen. It says cops said she waved a weapon at her estranged husband and threatened to delete herself before fatally STABBing their 5-month-old. Let's just stop there for a second. 5 months old. 5 months old. There'll be some bitches that will sit up here and say, oh, I will never. F you bitches. F y'all, okay? 5-month-old and a 3-year-old kids, and savagely attacking their 1-year-old who miraculously survived, the cops said. Yeah, this is on the New York Post site, but I'm not gonna bother. This is enough. I believe Better Bachelor probably talked about this one yesterday. So they know what they're doing. If she called the father, the estranged father, and said, then that means she knew what she was doing. Y'all with the sympathy for these bitches is amazing. The people that supporting this heifer or Lindsay Clancy, it's amazing. Y'all don't care about these kids. How long I've been saying that? Y'all don't care about these damn kids. That's all you bitches. And then you think that we're all in a sisterhood? Child, no. It's wild. Wild time. Shout out to 2026. Moving on to this. Shout out to Stevie Knight. He has a text message that came up between some people. And some heifer said, so you're really breaking up with me over a effing opinion. Now, if you all recall, when Cam was running for president, and there were a bunch of women saying to their husbands, their boyfriends, their significant others that if you do not vote for Cam, I'm divorcing you, I'm breaking up with you, I'm done with you. We heard them on Anton's show. We've seen it in writing. And they did it. This is how much women think that they're in charge and want to be in charge. And this is the reason why you bitches can't get in relationships no more and you have problems with men, because you're crazy. Okay? I said that. I meant that. Because you think that you control somebody when you bitches can't even control yourselves. This is why enough of the blacks, yes, bring y'all up in here, think that you calling me names because my opinion is not the same as yours. You could kiss all of the crack of my black ass. You don't tell me what to do. And the fact that y'all think that you can tell the people to do, y'all can go ahead and tell the SIMPs, because I'm not trying to hear it.
Black women are the leaders of this culture. And if we aren't happy and satisfied, it's going down.
That's the same as if you Kevin Samuels, Tariq Nasheed Flowers, don't get behind black women. Who do y'all think you are? What? I thought slavery was over. Especially amongst you blacks. I'm talking about all you bitches, but I'm talking about blacks right now for a second. So slavery is good to utilize when you feel like it, but then you can use it when you feel like it. Use it for your case over here. Use it for your case over there. Use it, pick and choose. Do what I say. Sound like slavery to me, or at least a threat. Definitely sound like a threat. Who do you think you are? How come adults can't be adults? If I can't decide what I want to do, since I get to go into that booth and the curtains close, and my husband can go into the booth and decide what he wants to do and the curtains close, my children go into the booth and the curtains close, I don't give a damn who they vote for. All I care is that they vote. That's it. Y'all think you control the vote. You can't control yourselves, i.e. as evidenced by everything we're talking about right now. Who do you think you are? Who in the total hell do you think you are? And then you think that you don't look crazy? You all mostly look crazy. Child, unfortunately, I got to be lumped in. But you're not going to sit up here and tell me what I can't talk about. Y'all look crazy. If you think that I'm crazy because I think it's weird that y'all love to be able to delete your own kids that are growing inside your own body, that you feel moved, that you, well, I don't know, that I would think that you would be talking to, that you would be feeding.
Believe this.
You would be feeding. You would be wanting to come out to be a wonderful, healthy child. One would hope that's what you want, child. I think y'all probably take the Krishan route and just smoke it up and drink it up because you don't care anyway. Why are you getting pregnant? Y'all don't know nothing about birth control? Like, why can't y'all just use birth control? So you freaks at the end of the day that like to fuck for free with no damn condom. Sorry, y'all, it's off the hook now. So you out here getting with the same people that you can't stand to get pregnant in order to turn around and hurt. Because most of the time, my opinion is that they do this shit to get back at a man that don't want you, that you knew wasn't shit to begin with, to hurt said man, and to act like they have some sort of control. That's my thought. You don't like it? That's a you problem. Because it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You would rather use an what is it called? Invasive, evasive, whatever type of surgery and wait till the 9th month to get rid of your kid instead of going and getting a $10 pack of rubbers and utilizing that. How much sense does that make? You just love to make life harder on yourselves. And you think everybody's supposed to follow behind you like Peter fucking Pan? No. Why would I need to listen to another woman? Why? It don't make sense. And you bitches that follow other women, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? You can't formulate your own opinion. You can't come to your own conclusions. You got to be a part of something so badly that you follow down the road of complete and utter idiocracy in order to say, yeah, sis, go, sis. Yeah, sis, go, sis. That's my sister. That's my girl. And as soon as your husband is left, she gonna go fuck him and get pregnant. And then where you gonna be? Shout out to DL Hughley. This says, so you're really breaking up with me over a effing opinion. He says, I'm not breaking up with you over an opinion. I'm breaking up with you because that opinion showed me a fundamental difference in our values. I can have compassion for someone struggling mentally without excusing what happened to those children. If I'm choosing someone to potentially be the mother of my kids, I need to trust their judgment completely, especially when it comes to protecting them. What you said created a doubt in me that I can't ignore or gamble my future children on. Shout out to him. Leave all these bitches. Leave all these bitches. Maybe this is another reason why the birth rate is down, because y'all too busy trying to get rid of your kids. Now you on the internet basically abusing your kids in front of everybody, dummies. Y'all so dumb. Y'all are so dumb. Before I get to this next one, because, oh, wait, there is more. Shout out to Spaces. I appreciate you, boo. He said 250 in here. Get the likes up to 200 right now. Yes, hit the like button. Hit the dislike button. I don't care because I know there's a lot of trolls here. You're viewing it anyway. All views matter. Shout out to you, Spaces. I appreciate you. Subscribe if you are normal. If you believe that Nancy Clancy or Lindsay Clancy is normal and okay what she's doing, please don't subscribe. Carry your ass on someplace else. If you think it makes sense to delete your babies up into the 9th month, I'm not desperate for shit. Carry your ass on. I don't care. I do not care. I'm not the one. Fuck you bitches. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, black male identified, all male identified, because you bitches are crazy. And this all my life, y'all. And now it's on display as to why I never have had a bunch of bitches as friends. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. You really got to be looking for a needle in the haystack. Y'all already know this. And if a grown adult woman at this point in life, above the age of, I'll say 27, has to follow a TikTok trend, leave that ass, okay? If you are that old and you got to follow TikTok trends, leave that bitch. I'm telling you. Scott, at least we can give the kids an excuse. They kids, they don't know no better. Like when they was eating Tide Pods, I'm assuming that was kids. I wasn't paying much attention then. But if you have grown ass women, especially if they have children and been married, following TikTok trends, child, good luck to y'all. Scott, thank you so much for the $20. It's very generous of you. I appreciate you. He says this boils down to good versus evil. In my humble opinion, people are demonically possessed and don't realize it, and it has no color. Satan's on the loose. Satan's been on the loose. And you know what somebody said yesterday, which I agree with, they always want to bring the Lord into it. Now, y'all got to be acknowledging the devil. Not y'all. These people, when they come back talking about, oh God, no, acknowledge the devil, Satan, whatever you want to call it. Because, child, the Lord said, leave my name out your mouth. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all want to try to bring the Lord in after you do the most degenerate of the most degenerate things? Take your degeneracy on to the devil. Badass can be. Thank you, hon. He says, I already know you in here dropping gems. Just here to listen. Thank you so much, hon. I see you. I appreciate you. Kimmy, thank you so much for the mic drop, Jules. I appreciate you, new member. Thank you so much. Shout out to Locked and Loaded with the gold coin, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Daylo, thank you so much for the gold coin. I appreciate you, boo. So let's listen to this because let's bring some racism into it. Oh, my bad. Oh, I got you. Did I get? Yeah, I did get you. Let's bring some racism into it because, you know, it always has to come down to racism, cha. So there are two Americas on display. So this is from Black Home Educators. And one is about Lindsay and one is about somebody in, oh, you know what? Did we see the woman? Remember the woman, I think, that left the third kid in the car and went to work? She took two kids to daycare, but the one she forgot about left in the car. The child's deceased and they are charging her. I didn't realize she was Black, but this is the woman. Now, we talked about that and I didn't know she was Black. So it looks like she's Black. So let's hear it.
Hey, y'all, I wanted to show you guys just proof of the two Americas. Lindsay Clancy is currently on trial for strangling her 3 kids. And you can already see, you know, they're going to say she was having like postpartum depression, psychosis, all of that stuff.
All right. I don't know how long this is because I'm going to interrupt now. So forget the fact that she's on trial. Ignore that. Bitch is on trial, but I feel like she wants to ignore that. Okay. But we're not. She's on trial. She has a right to her defense. So her defense is postpartum psychosis, whatever the hell it is, right? I just say, F that. I don't care what she had. Send that bitch to an asylum or to jail. Don't free her around the rest of us. No, I don't want her around, but let her go ahead.
You also have Deja Coleman out of Georgia. This happened, I think, a few weeks ago, where she also works at a hospital and was, I think, a nurse's assistant or something like that, juggling 3 kids, had a lot going on.
Now let's make the excuses for her. She's juggling 3 kids. She got a lot going on. She's a nurse too. So if Lindsay was a nurse, I guess is what she's saying. I don't know. I thought she was just a stay-at-home mom, but you know, she a nurse. She got 3 kids. Blah, 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 blah. Did she have a husband? Because I never heard none of that. Did she have a husband? Okay, my bad. I guess I shouldn't ask those questions.
Left her baby, one of her kids, in the hot car.
She got 3 kids. She dropped off 2, left 1 in the back. Now, I don't know how you miscount kids. Maybe y'all can help me out with that. You get up, you drop 3 kids. You leave the house with 3 kids, you drop 3 kids. I don't know how you miscount that, y'all, but clearly there's a way. Y'all let me know how you do that.
Her lawyer says she's devastated. Her lawyer is trying to get some of the charges dropped so that she can attend her son's funeral.
All right, so she's been charged. She's not on trial yet, but she has been charged because there's a deceased kid. There's a kid that's deceased. But when you have a bunch of bitches who are sitting up here applauding a 9-month baby deletion law, then I guess this is how we get here. They're both victims. They're both victims. Forget the actual victims, the deceased children. Forget them, child. These 2 heifers here, they're the ones that deserve the empathy and the sympathy.
But this is what I want to really show y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what people are saying about her. This woman loved her kids. Talking about Lindsay Clancy. This woman loved her kids. Women's mental health is so overlooked. She begged for help and never got it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone else, I could never see her as an evil person. She was sick. She was a good mom.
Okay, so we already know this is what they're saying about Lindsay Clancy. And what do we say? Most of us that are normal here, that bitch is crazy. And all these bitches that subscribe to this shit, they crazy too. Fuck them. They crazy. That don't make no sense. But we want to look at the racist aspect of it. Let's racist it up.
Now let me show you the comments on Deja Coleman's case. Okay, Deja Coleman's case. Absolutely not. You shouldn't have caused his death to begin with. No, she killed her own child. I've had 4 children. Never once did I forget them in a hot car. Throw the book at her. Okay, so she over here worrying about the comments, and these are white women too. These people making these comments here under the black lady are white women, right? Why do y'all care so much about what white people think, Bueller? I just be so confused. I told y'all all these bitches is crazy. All of them. It don't matter what the race is. Bitches be crazy. So you can go find the racism all you want to. No one said that racism doesn't exist. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what these bitches think? Y'all too worried about fucking white people, white women in this case, and what they think. I don't give a fuck. Both of them deserve to be under the damn jail.
What kind of shit is that?
Y'all just love trying to find some racism. So what is that going to do to change anything? What is it? 4 kids are deceased. 4 kids are on up out of here. But y'all are also happy about an AB that you can do up until the 9th month. So let's talk about that on top of what you're trying to say here. How about that? Why do you give a damn what white people think? That be half of the damn problem, blacks. Worried about what white people think. I don't give a fuck what white people think. Not one bit. They can think what they want. Who gives a fuck? Do y'all give a damn about 4 dead kids? Does anybody care about 4 dead kids at the hands of both of their mamas? You know, the women got so much going on. But remember the TikTok guy, the daddy saw strip dude, shout out to him. He's doing TikToks, talking about how it's not that hard to be a stay-at-home dad. Why are these women complaining? And all these women that's coming for him, all the women that are still giving him a hard time. I haven't brought any videos lately, but they still giving him a hard time because he said it's so easy being a stay-at-home parent. Y'all bitches just love drama and trauma, attention, and chaos. Just because you need somebody to feel sorry for you because you want someone to give you something, whether it's their empathy, their sympathy, some money, a maid. That heifer over here had a damn nanny. She had a nanny. You still out here giving her excuse. I don't care. It's bitches. I don't care. It's bitches. Mostly white women. Fuck them. Who cares what they think? They're crazy. Anybody supporting Lindsay Clancy is crazy. I don't care, especially if they have kids. At the same time, anybody supporting a 9-month AB, they're crazy too. The bottom line is that these kids are suffering and they're being taken the hell on up out of here. How about that? That doesn't matter. That's not important. You're not worried about none of that. Just let's make sure we take some time to point out the racism. Bitches be bitching. That's the bottom line for me. Daylo, thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Where you at? Thank you for the gold coin, Jules. I appreciate you. Crisscross, thank you for the poop. I appreciate you. And Angelia, thank you so much for the gold coin, Jules Boo. I appreciate you. Michael, thank you, honey. Said Master P had a song that the opening lyrics were all because of that B still applies today. My woman. I don't know that song. I don't know a lot of Master P music, but I believe you. I believe you. Thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. Come on, child.
Y'all, this is a great example of the 2 Americas. And you know what? There are Black parents running around here saying, oh, my children are colorblind. I teach my kids to be colorblind. The problem with that is you're going to send them out into a world that is not colorblind. It is so important to teach your children about the two Americas. That's the only way to make sure they're safe and understand how these folks operate and what they think about us.
Make sure you tell your kids how these folks operate and what they think about us. Okay, that's the most important thing to be worried about. Okay. Y'all saying that to because I feel like that got a dig to do with Nolan's mom. Child, we didn't even get to that. It's been 2 hours. Child, I didn't realize it would be this long. Y'all saying that about Nolan's mama? Cause child, she was right comfortable down there, and Nolan was too. I know y'all still on this. You think that the white boys did it, even though the odds are that they didn't. But y'all still want to stay on that type of time. How about we get these mothers to stop being selfish and to only get pregnant when they really want to have kids, and to stop being misandrist and stop being feminist and be normal people in the world and mind the business that pays them and take care of their damn families and their husbands, get married, create a family, a nuclear family, so that you can work through shit together? I guess that's just crazy talk. Keep worrying about what the fuck white people are doing. That really is going to get what resolved now? What's that going to do for anybody? Just let everybody be out here doing ABs at 9 months, letting them delete kids, however, whenever, taking a pill or whatever. Get on TikTok showing that they abusing their kids. Then gonna turn around and start talking about because some white women said that she should go to jail. Who gives a damn? But she should go to jail, and so should Nancy Clancy or child, whatever her name is, Lindsay Clancy. Anyway, let's just waste time always pointing out racism, which is not going to make any difference in any of these cases. I don't care what they think. Both of them should be in jail. I don't care. Shout out to Sassy Marie. Thank you for the flower, Jules. Boo, I see you. I appreciate you. Let me let her finish, though.
And the criminal justice system, you know? So when you see a white woman...
Can we teach our kids not to be a part of the criminal justice system? Is that a thing? Is that in your repertoire? Isn't that what Bill Cosby was saying? Oh, yeah, y'all don't want to listen to Bill no more. Can we teach that? Because, again, I guess we want to ignore Austin and Karmelo were both thugs. Forget all that. It's that white boy that's the problem, right? Let's teach our children. How about we allow them to grow up? We allow them to be the sex that they are. We teach them that they need to understand, read, know, think, know how to do their schoolwork, get good grades, get a job or open a business, whatever the hell it is that they want to do, and allow them to make their own choices when they become adults. Is that weird? Is that crazy talk? That's Generation X talk, right? Instead of forcing them to do this and forcing them to be that and force. So Martin Luther King, when he said he wanted everybody to be graded on the content of their character, not the color of their skin. That's out the window now. So now y'all going against Martin Luther King when there's a Martin Luther King Boulevard in every single state or major city. So y'all tossing MLK now? And what he said he wanted to see. All right, cool.
Woman does something. Okay. Oh, well, she's in, she had psychosis, and I'm not saying that's not a thing, but they look at her with compassion while looking.
So blacks look at Karmelo with compassion. Is there a difference there? Since we want to make it about race, somebody help me understand, Bueller. She's saying white people are looking at the white woman with compassion, but not the black woman. Riddle me this. Blacks, pro-blacks, y'all are looking at Karmelo with compassion and not Austin. Carmelo's black, he's white. Y'all looking at Nolan with compassion and not the white boys. Is that different? Somebody help me out. Is that different, Bueller? Anybody? All right, my bad.
Looking at a black woman and with zero compassion. Hey, y'all, I wanted to...
So y'all looking for white people for validation. Shout out to Tadisha. So y'all looking to white people for validation. Child, please. Anyway. I got another heifer. I save her for tomorrow. Lindsay exhausts me. Let's get to this mess, child. Speaking of, here we go. Don't forget that the donations are down in the church, y'all. But don't forget, white people who support white people, bad. Let me rephrase. White people who support white criminals, bad. Black people who support black criminals, good. Don't say you don't be learning around here, y'all. I know it's a lot of people that don't like it because it's the truth in your face and it's very hypocritical, but it is what it is. So let's hear what the hell this ninja got to say.
This is amazing.
Jamal Bryant podcast exclusive. Nolan Wells' parents break their silence. Shout out to the Boo Bears. Boo Bears. Let's hear it.
And welcome to the Jamal Bryant podcast. And let's be clear. Today is a very special yet sensitive conversation.
Already on my nerves.
With the focal point of the entire nation pointed at these parents. The mother and father of Nolan Wells will join us in the studio, but to talk about how they are finding strength in the middle of the tragedy. What is the call of action? What are their concerns? And how do they find life when they have no closure? This is something that you're going to want to hear. Nancy Grace can't talk about it. Officer Tatum can't discuss it, but I want you to hear it from those who are impacted the most. This is something that I don't wish on any parent, but these parents are handling it with grace, with class, and with prayer. I want you to come into this conversation, pray for them as we pray for the nation to be a more peaceable place where 18-year-olds can actually turn 19.
Why Nolan? Why this? Why take away this person, this child who only wanted the best for people, who was this light, who always wanted people to be happy? His team never reached out to us.
Attorney Crump's
team, where's the camera? Attorney Crump's team did not reach out to us. You're not going to break me to
Parents standing with us. They are in a unenviable position. Yesterday would have been their son's 19th birthday because of a tragedy beyond their grasp. It was not. But I'm thankful for their light and for their faith and for their strength.
Child, this outfit probably cost $5,000.
Be able to just pull themselves to get out the bed is worth a Nobel Peace Prize when it just be so easy to roll over. You've been thrusted into a national light over the last month. And I wanted to ask you, how you eating? How you sleeping?
Initially, there was no sleep.
Yeah.
It was when he went missing, that July the 4th, I think we maybe got maybe an hour of sleep, and then it was back to doing things. And then kind of, after everything unfolded on the 6th, it was just one of those times where just we couldn't believe what we were going through.
Yeah.
We couldn't believe that, our son wasn't physically here anymore.
Yeah.
And so just those racing thoughts and, as parents, we tend to try to do the shoulda, coulda, woulda, and that's the one thing, for sure. Our family, our community, those who have been supporting us, they're like, no, don't do that. Just know, you did everything you could.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes there are things, that happen in life. And even though we don't want them to happen, we don't have control over that. Only God does. So
I wanted to commend you as a father and as a man with the roller coaster of emotions. You have modeled grace in dignity when you could have just erupted in rage. And so as a Black man and as a Black father, I wanted to first salute you and thank you for being a role model for many of us.
Well, thanks for at least acknowledging Elmore, because he ain't allowed to talk, y'all.
Who have had to navigate and wrestle how to respond to situations that we couldn't control. I wanted to ask you as a man, how have you been processing this?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for my wife, because everything that you mentioned, I've been there. I was at that point, but she kept me grounded. And I say, I owe so much to her for just keeping me at bay. But every day is a challenge. For me, knowing that, my son is not here, I won't be able to see him anymore.
Yeah.
I go through old text messages, old videos, just memories. The last day that I spoke to her, and I break.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do that in my own personal space.
Yeah.
Because I know I have to be that person to be strong for her and my family. So I'm working kind of like a two-sided sword in a sense. And I'm trying my best to keep it as level as possible. But it's hard, you know.
I can imagine.
So we have each other.
Yeah, we have each other.
And that's the I would say that's probably what's grounded us in a sense. Because I know early on when there was so much anger and emotions were high, you know, I literally was like, look, if you allow that anger to consume you,
yeah,
and if you act out irrationally, even for a moment, because we're hurting so bad, I was like, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah.
Like I can't lay our child to rest, still wear the hats we have to wear as adults and parents.
Yeah.
And then like, I can't be by myself. So I want to say thank you.
That's beautiful.
for
Why has he got his plaque over here from YouTube? Goodbye. Why he got his plaque from YouTube sitting up here, y'all? Shout out to Ms. AB in the building. Thank you so much, Boo. She said her voice is a bit too joyful for my comfort. Allegedly maybe becoming an influencer. I don't know, but it's good that they allowing Elmore to talk. Now, how much he gonna talk? I don't know, y'all. You know, Elmore ain't allowed to talk. And we ain't allowed to ask questions about where the real daddy at. And everybody just want to ignore all that. Cool. Where was all the Filipino side of the family at the funeral? But, child, you never can ask any questions, child. Never. Locked and loaded. I appreciate you for the laughing disco. Shout out to the Boo Bears using the Boo Bear.
For hearing me.
Wow.
Because I know how hard it's been for you. I know people have kind of focused in on me, but I always say he's grieving just as much as I am. That was just...
Yeah, people have focused on you. You're right. And you know, whatchamacallit don't help with that. Crump, I'm sure he's somewhere nearby.
As much his child as it was mine.
Let me ask you on a lighter note, because you all's connection and energy is so strong. How'd y'all meet? That's what we want to know. I don't know if y'all old enough to remember this show, Love Connection.
Yes.
What's
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was working at a cell phone store, and I was doing our weekly.
First of all, do we want to hear this? Second of all, so she was working in a cell phone store, and that phone still ain't been turned over yet? Shout out to Michael. Thank you for the laughing disco jewels, Boo. Locked and loaded. Thank you for the poop, Boo. Child. What the questions we want to know is where the daddy at? Mr. K2 said no. Oh, K says yeah. No one cares. No. Oh, Tamara Neely is going to Horn Island today? All right, good to know. No. Okay. All right, I'm gonna push through a little bit, child, because it's already 2 hours and 15 minutes. I didn't realize we was here this long.
Special for the cell phones.
Yes.
And became friends, but the friendship, just in a short period of time, that connection was undeniable. But, you know, we allowed it to grow.
Yeah, like, yeah, you're right. So, but yeah, she didn't want to help me at all, man.
I was busy.
You were a reluctant servant.
I was
God was setting you up.
I did not. And you know, it's so funny, as I always tell him, he still has the card that has my personal. I never gave my personal cell number out. So yeah, still has that card. And to this day, I'm like, you know.
The people want to know, did you have an iPhone or an Android?
Then there was a Nextel.
Oh my God. Y'all been together a long time.
Yeah.
One story is I had just moved back home because I was living up here.
In Atlanta?
In Decatur.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I used to train for a little while at the gym across the street when I was
no way.
For the NFL, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So are both of you from Mississippi?
Yes.
I'm technically not.
Okay. Did you graduate from high school in Mississippi?
I did. I always like to joke and say I'm a transplant. So I would say that you would hope that in 2026, right? You would hope that racially things would improve.
Yeah.
And this is where I find, because I personally love history.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite subjects. But when you have a state like Mississippi that has such a complex history, especially when we start talking about race, it's one of those things you cannot forget, right? But that's also why it's important to teach actual history. So then we know, okay, where are we going from here?
Yeah.
How can we improve things? Because when we try to simply just remove things or not think about it, and that's a whole other issue, is because it doesn't affect me, I don't worry about that.
Yes.
But that's the thing when in the Bible, when it says love thy neighbor, right? That's how you love your neighbor, truly, is being concerned about their well-being, their health, things that they need.
Yeah.
So in a state like Mississippi that has the history it has, sometimes, you know, you don't want to think negatively, right? You always want to, and maybe this is just the way I was raised.
Yeah.
You want to try to be positive and see the good in things, but there's always that little part of you that's like, I really hope this isn't what I know it could potentially be.
Right.
And so in raising our children, you know, we were very open and honest about those things, especially because the way I was raised. So my mother's Filipino, but my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, she is half white.
Oh, wow.
So
she got all of it in her.
Now that I'm
kind
of getting this blowback and people are saying, oh, you're racist. I'm like, well, first of all, do you understand the definition of racism and what comes with that? But then two, again, you know, I was raised that, you know, hey, and this is a Mississippi. So, you know, the Bible thumpers.
Yes.
Heavy into church when we were younger. And it was always one of those, you know, love and show respect until that person shows you otherwise. But also to having that discernment.
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you're building relationships, right? You can't just take that person for face value. You have to understand who they are, not just, you know, on the outside, but spiritually, like where are they at? And those are the things that he and I have tried to teach our kids. We've instilled in our children. But of course, when children get older, you know, they're going to make their own decisions, but it's the hope that they're always going to do what's best for them.
Yeah. You all have how many children?
So we have 6 children.
6. The youngest is how old?
15.
15. So walk me through, because so much of the focus has been on the two of you. And people are not really saying that this is not just a son, it's also a brother.
Absolutely.
And so walk us through how the siblings are dealing with this, not just in the grief, but because they are of age, contending with social media. Are y'all having to pull them back?
So I'm so glad you asked this because in passing, like, you know, of course, we kind of see little comments and a lot of people are like, well, what about the siblings? You guys don't ever, but this is the thing. And that's done, you know, intentionally.
Yeah.
Our goal is to always protect them, even though 3 of them are adults.
Yeah.
I think that he brought some kids with him, and then she obviously brought Nolan at minimum with her. And then I think they may have had a kid or two. Maybe they'll go over it.
We still want to provide that protection.
That's great.
They try to stay away from social media.
Yeah.
One of our kiddos is in therapy. The oldest is in therapy and kind of just dealing with those emotions because, again, they lost a brother. That wasn't just their brother. That was their friend. That was the person, you know, that kept some of their secrets, you know.
How's it been for the youngest going back to school? You know, so it's one thing to be able to.
So for them, we've, you know, one question we ask, but we don't ask like every day is, how are you feeling?
Yeah.
I like to ask, is there something we can do?
Yeah.
Is there some place we can take you? Is there something you need us to get for you?
Yeah.
Because sometimes simply just asking, are you okay? Or how are you feeling? Because children at that age,
Child, the shoe game on this stage is a mess. The sentence Sigma, you know what? Thank you, Boo. He said for the shut this shit down portion of the show, because you know I'm getting there already. That's why I'm kind of fast forwarding and letting them talk. But child, we only 20 minutes in. This should go pretty quickly because they're going to get on my nerves. I already know. I just don't think this is even about Nolan anymore. This is about empathy and sympathy and keeping it going. And I just think that Ben Crump is around here somewhere. Let Jamal get his piece of it. Make sure you stay in front of the pro-blacks, the blacks that want to believe, you know, whatever they want to believe, which is whatever you want to believe. Still not hand over the phone. I'm sure they won't talk about the phone. I don't know. And her now having worked in the phone company makes it even crazier to me. So you know what can be done. Then talk about the history of Mississippi, but they was having a good ass life there in Mississippi. Your son was having a good ass life there in Mississippi. I'm just saying, when they having a good time, they were very successful. Now we kind of want to slide it on in there, pause. And now she white, identifies as black, phenotypically, Asian. Child, what else is she? Who's black in the family? Since all these blacks are wilding out, who is black in the family on her side? Anybody know? Because again, this is not Nolan's father. And I'm not saying that Nolan isn't, you know, partially black, but she just said she phenotypically, she didn't just say this, but we've heard her say she phenotypically, identifies as black. She says she's Asian. She says she's white. Where the black at? Where the black at? That y'all wilding out over it. Florida 5592, thank you so much. She never verified her blackness. Okay, so there you go. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Where the black at? Where? Y'all, we're not allowed to ask those questions, though. You just got to go on. As long as she identifies as black, which is why the white girl that we watched the other day that says that she identifies as black, she's transracial, no one should have any issues. Nobody should have any issues, right? All right.
Can't always fully express themselves verbally on what they're feeling.
Yeah.
So, asking what can we do for you sometimes is a little bit better because that gives them an outlet. But I'm gonna let Mo answer.
Come on, Mo.
As far as the youngest,
Oh, Mo. Oh, his name is Mo. Nice to know. We're going to call him Mo from now on. HMG, I appreciate you. No one drop rule. Who Asian baby is this woman? I don't know. Remember all the pictures that we synced? They all looked Asian to me. Not a black in sight. We got our own features. We going to act like that's not a thing now. Come on, Mo. What you got to say? They're letting you talk now, Mo. Come on, boo.
He's been busy. So school has started.
Yeah.
They're practicing early in the morning, so that keeps him busy. So school and football is keeping him busy. And he's more focused now because over the summer, him and Nolan, their bond got stronger because they both play the same position, receiver.
Yeah.
So Nolan was teaching him stuff, and he was understanding the things that he was teaching him to get better. So his focus has gotten laser sharp. He really wants to do good, not just for himself, but to make his brother proud. And he's constantly telling his mom that I'm gonna do it for you and you guys and Nolan. So he's really focused on having. I have no doubt in my mind he's gonna be great.
No, absolutely. Like
I said, he it's this fire inside of him that burns, that he wants to be the best. He wants to be better than his brother. But that's kind of like iron sharpens iron.
No, it's good.
The competition makes them better. And with
Did
this
you play
happening,
sports?
Yes, sir. I played football all my life. Actually, I was told that when I was born.
I think this interview is to, I guess, like make them seem more human and like just like us. That's what it's sounding like, because this is about them and the kids and the life, how they met, to maybe make them more human or something like that, and not just the people whose son is deceased. That's what I'm getting from it.
I was tossed through the house like football.
Yeah.
Because all my uncles played and they just kind of tossed me out of the house. My mom playing catch. So I've been playing football all my life. Just kind of following the family tradition. I had 3 uncles to play in the NFL. So, I didn't make it to the NFL. I went to some camps and everything, but the knowledge that I learned, I was passing it down to my kids.
No,
so they'll have a better chance, because I didn't have no one there telling me do this. I had to learn on my own.
Yeah.
But with me, I was passing what I learned over the years down to them to better their chances.
That's beautiful. I think the only thing that has outraged me more than this tragedy itself is the treatment of you.
Yes.
I'm dizzy by you. So that, it's compounding the pain.
Yeah.
To have 1, the loss of a child, 2, to be thrust into cameras on a daily basis. People got an attitude. If you eat ice cream, how dare you eat ice cream?
How dare I go to the store? How dare I smile?
Right. Yeah.
Child, that's why you got to stay off the internet. That's it. That's all you can do. Ignore it. Is that not a thing anymore? HMG, I appreciate you. Boo, he said, hey, auntie, leave Misha, my transracial white woman, lesbian alone. Oh, that girl was a lesbian too? Dallas ain't here yet, so I can be out of pocket without the threat of lashes. Shout out to Dallas Libra. She'll be on Team Replay, I'm sure. Shout out to you, Boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Y'all hit the like button for me if you have not. Trolls, hit the dislike button. It don't matter. You're here viewing anyway. Subscribe if you are normal.
And I wanted to jump around for just a moment and talk about how this is impacting you professionally, outside of just being a parent. Now everybody is on Yelp giving nurse reviews. I don't even know where this has come from. When you first saw it, what was going through your mind?
It's funny because, and this is what I mean by discernment.
Yes.
I have always been someone who was just very in tune, not just with myself, but people, situations. And that night before it hit the internet, we were in bed. And I was like, they're going to come for my career.
You said that.
I told them, I was like, they're going to come for my career. I don't know if it is going to be now, in a few weeks, in a few months. I said, but I'm telling you, they are going to come for my career. And when I say they, I'm not talking about any specific group of people, just people who don't like the fact that we are just wanting answers.
Yes.
We're just wanting the truth.
Can you imagine to be insulted that you want answers and closure about your son?
No, that's not what it was about. Like, if you're not paying attention and listening to the shit, then you allow people like Jamal to sit up here like he's from the Eddie Murphy movie from Africa, trying to come find his wife over in America. You seem to forget the fact that you are saying, without saying it, you're insinuating that these white people are racist. These white people did this in the community that you are a doctor or a nurse, my bad, that you are a nurse in. And since it's allegedly predominantly white and you clearly have white patients, they're saying, oh yeah, is that what you're doing? Allegedly. This is what I'm going with. They don't want to hear that. Coming to America, thank you. But if it was the other way around, of which I'm not trying to hear that, then it would be acceptable. You see how the lady just did it in the last segment with the black woman in Atlanta and Lindsay Clancy. She can make the comparison about how people treat black people, how people treat white people. But when this phenotype black woman here allows Al and Ben to say Mississippi, the deep south, Emmett Till, Medgar Evers, we know what goes on. Those white boys, we not saying it is racist, but we not saying it's not racist. So you let all that race talk go, and then you thought the white people that were seeing you, because clearly they had no problem with you, because they were your patients, right? But now they're listening to what you're conjuring up in this city, in this town, in this state, and you thought they was just going to be like, child aside. So what you are saying about white people, they're just supposed to be like, child, she don't mean that about me, and then keep on seeing you. So does that make sense? I don't care if you think I'm hateful. You just don't like the truth. I'm not being hateful. She the one that said the shit. She the one that knows damn well what she is allowing to be said. So you can sit here and blame white people and talk about white people and then think that white people are supposed to come and then still support your ass. You dumb, and so is she, if y'all think that that's how that works. Because like I said, as soon as, okay, thank you. I apologize then. I apologize. But as soon as it's white people doing it, child, I can't even keep up with this confusion. I'm sorry. I apologize then. I apologize. But as soon as it's the other way around and black people do it to white people, look at everything that's being done with regard to the white boys. Listen, I can only call them the white boys. I'm not going to remember their names, okay? To the white boys. And it's supposed to be acceptable. And you don't, not you, but us, nobody has any proof firmly of anything. But it's okay to say that they did this. It's okay to say that they did that. It's okay. And so the white people in white Mississippi are supposed to just be like, oh, nah, and just let it go. And then you think that they're supposed to then keep coming to you, girl, while you allowing all this, because you're allowing it. Y'all can believe what you want. She's allowing it. She brought Ben. She's sitting next to him, allowing that man to touch her too much for my taste, but whatever. Allowing her to be next to each other while he says what he wants to say, while Al says what he wants to say, while y'all keep insinuating that don't white boys. And everybody's just, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, child, now I'm getting pissed. I'm about to shut this shit down. Miss AB, I appreciate you, hon. She sent a cat app. She says she's black via the peen from up. Miss AB. Or from Nolan's real father. Shout out to you, boo. I appreciate you. Like, why do people think that they are absolved for some reason? Why? I don't get it. This is a spectacle at this point. Phone still ain't been given up. It's the 23rd of August. But you think it's weird that someone is going to say, yeah, child, we don't want to see you no more because clearly you don't like white people. So I'm going to not give you my white money no more because I can't trust you because you think white people out to get you. Then, child, why would I want to give you my money? I'm going out on a limb. If this really happened, because I got my, questions on whether this was a real thing. No, let me rephrase. The part where they brought something against her, I have questions on that they resolved in less than 24 hours. Where they went and made the ratings, that I believe happened. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say it was non-black people that did that. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's who that was. Who did this anonymous thing? I have my ideas, but I don't know. So, oh God, I can't believe they would do that. Child, people would just be out here saying shit, child. Shout out to Locked and Loaded for the flower, Jules. I appreciate you. Michael, thank you, hun. For the love of money, like the song said for years. Abso-damn-lutely. I appreciate you, hun. Mr. DJ, thank you for the, excuse me, 100 Jules. 3 a.m. in the building. Thank you for the gold coin, Juice Boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the silver star, Jules. Shout out to you. All right, y'all. I don't know how long I am for this video, y'all. 22 minutes in. It's been 5 more minutes since the last time.
I say it all the time. All we did was ask a question.
Yes.
We asked a question that any good, loving, caring parent or parents would ask if something like this happened. I would hope, and I have said this every interview, press conference, I would hope that, God forbid, if you were in this situation, that you would ask the same question. You would want to know, because when you are left with your child is gone.
Yes.
We can't answer what happened, when it happened. We can't answer any of these questions. It's hard to cycle through the stages of grief and you get stuck.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's all we did was ask a question. And
now it's the innocence. All we did was ask a question, child. All we did was ask a question. No, that's not all you did. That's not like what. Don't play. Child, people just up here playing in our face. And for those that want to believe her, you fucking believe her all you want to. This is bullshit. She brought in Crump and Al, and they said, Mississippi, the deep South, Mississippi, and the people that they think that did it, they ain't trying to talk to them. How you trying to resolve some shit you ain't trying to talk to them, Bueller? How the hell you trying to resolve some shit and you ain't even trying to talk to the people that you basically are accusing of doing something to your damn kid? Now that the other text messages have come out and saying that they showed her because she didn't know where her kid was, y'all can ignore that, right? If he didn't Warren didn't bring it up, how long would it have taken before she knew? Oh, okay. Ignore all that. Phone still ain't been given to the phone company at minimum. Let's see what a GoFundMe is. Hold on a second, pause. Let's go take a look as it gets raised 3 times. Let's see if it's been raised again. It is at 868.3, still at 950,000, 92% of goal. We'll see. As soon as it gets to be 98, we'll see if it gets raised again. Nice. Nice. I don't know why they just didn't take it to the million, honestly, but they've gotten well over 1 million. And this keeps coming up and they keep coming out here and talking about how bad everybody else is. Child, why do we need this? Oh yeah, Jamal needs funds because the donations are down and he needs attention. Now he's allegedly a social justice warrior. Now he allegedly cares about Black people. Child, please. Reaper, I appreciate you for the hiding jewels. Thank you so much. All right, come on, child. Lord. We didn't ask for it either. So no one asked for any of that. Oh, that's not true. You know who asked for this? The people that allow AB up until the 9th month. They're the ones that asked for this. They love death. They love deleting kids and babies. I'm just saying, we seen it. Does it have to be about begging? You basically just said that you were asking. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm on the wrong part. My bad. So she just now said that we're not begging anyone to donate. We're just asking. Okay, so then you're looking for money. She just admitted it. Oh, if I click on the 950, you see all the dates that it gets increased. Child, who knew? Hold on. So it went from 65. Hold on. Y'all. Make me stop it. Why don't you go someplace else? How about that? They want to be out here talking to the public, but they don't like the public, then shut the fuck up. How about that? So they started at 12,000 to 18 to 26. We're not asking, we're not begging for money. We just asking if you can donate. 40,000. This is like a bid. 65,000. 120. 210. 350. 400. 450. 550. 750. Yo, they jumped up $200,000. 850. $950,000. Shout out to No News Podcast for letting me know. I had no idea. Yeah, they've come a long way. This is not about money at all, child. Not at all. Okay. Shout out to all the donators that got them from 12,000 on July the 6th, all the way up to $868,000 and growing. We didn't beg for any money. Nah, sis, we know. We know you didn't beg. Just asked. Shout out to those that donated. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to all of y'all. HMG, I appreciate you. Tadisha, wearing the code, we accept one rule. Shout out to HMG. I could not. Y'all crazy. She said page 890. Page 890. The one we need to phenotypically identify as. Like all of these things, like everybody's just supposed to ignore. But when the black lady on the other channel was talking, when the black lady on the other story was talking about how, look at how they do with the black woman. We're living in two different Americas. It's all the same America. Here it is. Everybody's supposed to feel empathy and sympathy for everybody and ask no questions. That's how you get scammed, because you ask no questions. That's how you get scammed. So y'all continue to get scammed. Shout out to RBN. Colors love to be scammed. So y'all go ahead and keep getting scammed. You're going to keep putting this shit out here? We're going to keep talking about it. You don't like it? Carry your ass. Ain't nobody begging there, none of y'all, to stay up in this bitch. Anyway, Kevin, thank you for the hiding jewels. I see you. I appreciate you. They have come a long, long way. And again, don't forget about the 150 or 125,000 that's being offered for answers to this case. Don't forget about Tyler Perry paying for the funeral and Colin Kaepernick paying for the autopsy, child. Spend your money, right? Spend your money, child. Spend your money, child. I don't care. Looking pretty crazy to me, but y'all was around here believing everything that wasn't true, that you didn't know a thing about with regard to the Karmelo Anthony case. And now that the shit has come out, y'all still ignore it. Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'll listen to myself. I'm an adult. I'm good. I've made it this far without you bitches. I will be good until I'm not. Daylo, thank you for the 100 jewels. I see you. I appreciate you. Jason said, hold on. What's going on? You said, I just want to keep my kids off Nancy Grace. Lord help your people. I saw that Ty did a video on Nancy Grace. I haven't been able to get to it. He pumping out videos like I don't know what. There's just not enough time in the day, y'all. It's just not enough time in the day. Come on, child.
There's so much that comes with it. Elmore and I have not been to work since early July.
Yeah. Y'all need to go to work. What are we talking about?
That first week we've not been to work. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the profession that I have sometimes is emotionally heavy.
Yeah.
So now I have to kind of sit within myself and be like, okay, are we really ready for this? Are we ready to go back to that life? But it's been that hurt. Seeing it.
I can't imagine. Mo, I'm scrolling through Instagram the other week, and they even created AIs of you buying sports cars.
Oh, we just saw that. I was like, what? That doesn't even look. No, I'm happy with my little car. Like, I'm not trying to.
But the intentionality of wickedness,
absolutely,
to give a bad portrayal is something I've never seen.
No.
At this level and at this height. And the end game, I think, is just intimidation.
Absolutely.
And a lot of times when you hear cyberbullying, I'm thinking it's middle schoolers. So cyberbullying is in high school, but not for adults who are grieving.
And I've never, cases where and we were just talking about this, cases similar to ours, I've never seen this. I've never seen it. And it's, the cyberbullying component of it.
Yeah.
And so, and I hate to say it, but it's so sad. Like sometimes it takes you it takes you to a place. And so as I'm sitting here experiencing this,
child, y'all don't care about trying to cyberbully me. Child, y'all got empathy for her, but none for me. Fuck y'all.
I think about kids, particularly in our community. Her name was Aubrey Wyatt. I think about those situations and I'm like, my God, like feel like sometimes I'm barely holding on.
Wow.
This like just
child, now I love the white people. Now I love the white people. Okay. Y'all love the Asians. I thought y'all was boycotting Asians, child, since you want to talk shit. What happened to the Asian boycott? Y'all just let that go now? She part white too. She just admitted it. So y'all love the white people. I'm the person that loves white people. I don't love any of y'all, okay? Shout out to all of y'all that are here. Fuck all of y'all, okay? No one is a favorite of mine. See, the difference between me and you all is that you identify with race on who you should like. I identify with how people treat me, okay? That's the big difference. So I don't get scammed by black people that I know damn well don't mean well for me, like Jamal Bryant. But y'all keep listening to him. Y'all, it amazes me how the blacks can love Jamal Bryant, cheated on his wife, I believe had a child out of wedlock as a passer, mind you. D.L. Hughley cheated on his wife, had a baby outside, didn't believe his daughter when she was essayed. Child, y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. As they sitting up there living around all them white people in their rich white gated communities, but I love white people. Child, y'all so dumb. Locked and loaded, I appreciate you for the high five, Jules. I appreciate you. Come on, child.
Thinking from a child's perspective who hasn't been through life, who hasn't been through anything, to know that they would have to endure something like this because this stuff is taught. You're not like, and that's why as parents, we have to be careful because you guys, this is not cool. Like bullying other people. If you have children, your children are going to see this at some point.
Oh, no, for sure.
And then that.
Listen, we are not bullying her. They putting the shit out here. I don't go to that lady and talk to her. I don't send her messages. I don't do none of that to none of these people. Y'all just be using words and you don't even know what the words mean that you're using. This is why your kids are boxes of rocks, because you're a box of rocks as well. So y'all need to start using dictionary.com and looking things up before you say them. I am not bullying this woman. I am I'm reacting to Jamal Bryant's video here on YouTube because y'all don't understand content creation. And that's how this works around here. Child, I know y'all seen it before. You're just mad because I'm not of the I love these people. I don't care any way, shape, or form about none of these people. Not in a negative way. Rest in peace to Nolan. This shit ain't even about him anymore. And y'all so dumb you don't even see it. This is not even about Nolan anymore. But you think I'm supposed to do what now? Do what now? Do what? This ain't even about him. Well, how did you on me? And what happens in child, where they live at? Mississippi. And how did this go? Oh my God. And I can't work. Child, you got almost $1 million. What do you need to work for? The question on the table is, how come that phone ain't been given up? Y'all don't want to answer that question because she's a mom that's grieving. She on this podcast, ain't she? Over there at the NABJ, ain't she? Both of them, but she the one that's the spokesperson. Shout out to Mo. Now we're going to call him Mo. I like Elmore though, but we're going to call him Mo. Y'all don't want to ask none of those questions. Whatever the hell else. Good Morning America, the Today Show. All right, the question has been asked. You have to wait until the damn, what is it? Grand jury at this point? What's up with the fucking phone? These are the people that said that the messages were deleted and they want to have questions answered. Well, child, take some of that $1 million money and take it to the damn phone company and get them questions answered. That's pretty simple. Not call him Elmo. Why the heck aren't y'all, why the heck y'all not requiring that? They got time to go and get interviewed by Jamal. Ties is down over here with Jamal. This works out for him. Y'all don't see that grift. Y'all only see what you want to see because you're the same people that think that everybody has to vote Democrat. Because this is political now. Y'all so dumb. This is so political now. Y'all don't even see it. You will be delivered to the Democrats. You will be delivered to the Democrats because that's what this is now turning into. What you think Jamal about to say? They want to talk about racism so badly so that they can say, but white people, but white people, but white people. Y'all certainly do like white people when they on your side. That's why you listen to that Super Saiyan, Cyan, whatever his name is, fool over there on TikTok. I don't even understand how you going to listen to that fool. What credentials does he have? Who the hell is that person? Nobody. But as long as somebody's saying what you want them to say, then you love it. And somebody don't, now all of a sudden I hate myself. Y'all, fuck off. Because again, y'all just be saying shit. So these people can say whatever they want, but I gotta shut the fuck up, child, until YouTube says it. Y'all gotta kiss my ass. Chris Cross, thank you for the Silver Star, Jules. I appreciate you. HMG, thank you, honey. Said that's a GD live from the pit of hell, and you know it, auntie. You love us, but here's my empathy. No, not against y'all, okay? So that's just trolls. Y'all know. I got y'all. Shout out to the regular, smegulars, and those that have common sense and that can suss through and not be so damn emotionally attached to MFers that don't even know you, that really are not even black, but you following them over a damn cliff. Listening to Ben Crump, who I know, Lawrence, you sent me something else where Ben Crump is all involved in something the hell else. But when there's a lawyer on here that's letting you know on YouTube, shout out to Dennis Sperlin again, that's telling you what's what, y'all listening to caricature. Child, please, y'all don't got the sense God gave you. Charcoal Cowboy, thank you for the hide and jewels chat. I appreciate you. Hey, Boo Bears. Hey, Boo Bears. Hey, Boo Bears.
That carries over to, you know, how they're going to behave and how they're going to treat others.
Yeah. What, I lost my mother.
The internet is the internet. And if you don't know the internet, you probably should get off the internet.
Almost 2 years ago.
I'm so sorry.
And as a pastor, I had to wrestle with why God allowed in his permissive will. My mother worked in church her whole life. If you wanted a prayer through, take it to my mother. Yeah. And then you add to that, my mother passed 45 days before my wedding.
Oh.
And I cried at my wedding. I told my wife, I have one side of my face with tears. I'm happy about getting married. The other side of my face, I'm crying because I looked on that front row and my mother wasn't there. Tell me about how your prayer life has been.
I never said I was anybody. You over here mad at me. You over here in my chat. You over here following, listening to me. I never said I was anybody. You saying that. Y'all be telling on yourselves. You ain't nobody. Never said I was. Never said I was. You're saying that shit. You so bothered. You so bothered, girl. Stay here though, child, because all views matter. Thank you for making me money today. Michael, I appreciate you. Messi keeps slamming these evil devils. The trolls in the chat that think that their comments matter. You're nobody. Oh. I'm somebody to those that matter. That's all that matters. Because I know how the internet works. This is how the internet works. You don't like it? Get off of it. I see you still here though. Tech Coach Ralph, thank you, boo. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Shout out to regular, normal people who can at least think and not be so offended because somebody don't think the way that you do. Child, please.
How are you talking to God, and what are you saying to God in these moments of trying to keep your faith and trying to keep your focus and trying to keep your grounding? And you know that you got to have them days where you Jesus on the cross. My God, why have you forsaken me? Of all the people on the planet, how did you pick my baby boy?
It's been, the prayers have been very interesting.
Yeah.
They've been very interesting. And I've always been one, and this is something I tell my patients who've gone through grief. You know, if you are of faith, if you are a person of faith, I was like, please understand that God knows. He understands our heart. He sees what we're going through. So in that moment, if you need to question and you need to ask, understand that you're not doing anything wrong.
That's right.
And I've done a lot of that. I've done why Nolan? Why take away this person, this child who only wanted the best for people, who was this light, who always wanted people to be happy. And that's what we need more of. And I'm just like, why did you have to take him? And then too, the circumstances, like us having to go through this, like it's been hard. It's been very hard. But at the same time as I'm asking why, I'm also saying thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for blessing us to be his parents, for giving us this child who has united so many people of different races and faiths, not just in the US, but, you know, messages we're getting from overseas.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful for that. But it doesn't take away the hurt.
No, I got it. This has really been no longer your family issue. It's not even any longer a Mississippi issue.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Nick, thank you, boo. He said, you are on the home team, says me. Nick has spoken. Shout out to Nick. I appreciate you. Shout out to y'all that are the normals. I see you, boo bears. I see y'all. It is what it is, y'all. It's all good. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Kennard, I feel like I might not have seen you crying right on cue. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like it, right? I don't know, y'all. I'm letting it play. I don't know. Now, it seems like they was having a great life down there in Mississippi. Now all of a sudden, it's everything is racist, child. I don't get it. But, child, what do I know? Yeah, and somebody asked how many times has Jamal been married? I don't know. I just know he was married to the girl that was on Housewives, one of the Housewives show, and he was on there, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't watch that. And then he allegedly cheated on her. I don't know if it's with the woman he's with now. I haven't seen her in a while. I mean, I don't watch them online, but shout out to Kennard. I haven't watched them in a while. The church services, I mean. So I don't know. But this ninja here is along with the rest. These are D9ers, y'all. For those that don't want to acknowledge that, these people are in the boule. They're in D9. They're going to get all that they get. And the most interesting part about it, with all the trolls that are trolling, don't even see that these people living amongst all the whitest of the white people in gated communities, but sitting up here talking about me and how I love white people. Oh, yeah, I love white people. But these people with the money and the means are living amongst white people. Y'all see what you want to see. Y'all justify how y'all want to justify. What you're doing is you making yourselves look like freaking fools that don't have the sense that God gave you. Shout out to you playing with fire. He says, trolls hate it here, but they still watching. So much so, I appreciate you, hun. All views matter, child. All views matter. Shout out to Dave in the building. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, boo. He said, F them trolls. We know the grift Jamal is running, child. The donations is down. Donations is down. They gonna get up off of this, I tell you. If this came out this past week, then church today probably churching. Shout out to the congregation.
It has become an American issue, and I want to enlarge the conversation because you have both Black DNA and Filipino DNA, and it could be any of our children.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so has the Filipino community said anything in response to this?
They have in support. We're also, I think, getting some things lined up with an organization as well. I've had some of the Filipino creators, and I think one in particular, he has done so many videos. Can't remember his name.
Yeah.
but
oh, this one has done so many videos, but can't remember his name. So the Filipinos are out here. Y'all seen the videos. Y'all find them, send them to me. Y'all find them, send them to me. The Asian community has been on point, child. Show it to me. She can't even give the name. I'll be glad to go give them a follow and a review. Because all views matter to all content creators, whether y'all want to recognize it or not. Thank you, Ebony. I appreciate you. Philip Sadiq up in here. Thank you so much for the super sticker, boo. I see you. I appreciate you. Not are there Filipino. Goodbye, Jimmy from Philly. Shout out to Philly in the building, though. Shout out to Philly. Damn. Global tyranny saying ain't no damn Filipino community, just like there's no Black community. Come on, y'all. If you find a Filipino, send it to me, because we're going to go ahead and see what they have to say. We equal opportunity around here, whether people want to believe it or not. We look at everybody. We talk about everybody around here.
Just really kind, just advocating, advocating for justice.
That's great.
For answers, which again, at the end of the day, I don't care about the rest.
Yeah.
You can say what you want to say about me. You can try to tear me down, but that is not going to take my voice away.
Yeah.
You're not going to break me to where I can't advocate for my child.
Yes.
It's not happening. And by the grace of God, we will get answers and we will get justice.
You will. For those who...
Is there justice if it ends up being an accidental drowning? What's the justice in that? I'm just asking questions. That was interesting to hear. Tech Coach, thank you so much. Shout out to the phenotypical identifiers. She phenotypically is Black, child. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a weird statement. Sound like you're not Black to me. But hell, I know. Come on, child.
Don't watch Law and Order. They missed a couple of episodes of Judge Judy. They're too young to know Hill Street Blues. Give us a crash course, either one of you, on why you want the DOJ to get involved.
Well, from the beginning.
Well, shout out to Lawrence for sending me where the Filipinos spoke out for 1 minute a month ago. No. Thank you, boo, but no, that's not speaking out. That's not helping. Not from you, but no, they should be out here on the front line, fighting the good fight, making the videos as much as caricature and Frigidaire, like that. That's what I'm looking for. Like Ty Rivera, like all that. Where that's at? Where they at? That's what I'm talking about.
Just premature statements before an investigation was made.
Yeah.
That, along with stuff that was told to us, which was out of character, but the premature statements, and then just the way that people were moving, it didn't seem trustworthy. And my wife that day, she pulled me to the side and she said a prayer that whoever we need, whoever needs to come into our life to help us navigate this, to bring them forth. And he brought us Ben Crump and his team.
And let me say,
oh, you sure it wasn't the devil, child? Because we trying to make them differentiations. But Mo's arms look good, child. I'm just saying. Manzette, hey, boo. Manzette says, thank you for the gold coin, Jules, boo. I appreciate you. Them arms is arming, though, y'all.
This, because I've seen this too. His team never reached out to us.
Attorney Crump's
team. Where's the camera? Attorney Crump's team did not reach out to us.
Yes.
What it was is when we were at Lake Mars and he and I sat there and I said that prayer. And then we went to the coroner's office and the whole thing. And finally we made it back home. Things were already set in motion. My wonderful friend group, they were like Johnny on the spot.
That's great.
Were they black?
That next morning, it was, hey, look, I have this, this, and this. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not going to say her name because I don't need her getting bullied either, because apparently my nail tech got bullied.
Wow.
Yeah, nail tech.
It's a good thing your husband don't have a barber. Because his barber would have got it.
And let me say this. His barber was the first one to cut Nolan's hair. I just want to put that out there, too.
Yeah.
There have been other reports. There's only been one person for the longest who ever touched Nolan's head. And then the guy that has come in the last couple of years still in the same shop. Nolan has only been to that one. All of our boys.
Oh, you do have a barber?
Yes.
Oh, I was
We're
giving
not
you a
gonna
hard
say his
time.
Yes, I had
I was looking at his bald head. I thought it was a DIY. You know that.
I'm trying to hold on.
Yeah, I'm right with you, brother. No shade. I'm right with you. We fighting to keep it alive.
Yes,
Nothing wrong with that. Y'all keep on fighting. I believe in you.
Yes. No.
But yeah,
Thank you.
He, Attorney Crump's team did not reach out to us. Again, God set things up for us.
Yeah.
He, be careful what you pray for.
Yeah.
But I'm thankful. I'm thankful that in that moment, after we heard a body
Yes.
had been recovered, faith was still strong enough at that time to be able to be like, look, I know you're hurting.
Yes.
But I'm here.
Yeah.
And I have told him time and time again, even in the worst moments, that peace and that love,
Yes.
I can still feel that.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Doesn't take
beautiful.
away the hurt.
Yeah.
But I know God got us. And I know he don't play about us.
No, that's beautiful.
Listen, I don't have anything against this woman with regard to how she feels about her son. She lost the son. I cannot imagine none of that. I'm sure she's grieving. I'm sure this is hard. I'm sure this is difficult. I'm sure. She's also coming out into the public regularly. They want the attention. If they didn't want the attention, they wouldn't be out here. And the interesting part about it is you trolls look at it like somebody talking about or supporting white people or praising white people. Y'all don't even know how to be fair about the shit, because what she's talking about people coming for her, and she's basically insinuating that it's white people coming for her job. You trying to tell me that black people don't do that to people? Not even just white people, but to black people. So y'all trying to act like that don't happen? But now all of a sudden, in this case, everybody's supposed to have all this empathy and sympathy. They keep coming out here. They keep putting themselves in front of places. I don't care if she called Ben or Ben called her. He always gonna be where he gonna make some money. I don't care what nobody say. That's a critique on Ben Crump. That's got nothing to do with them. If you love Ben Crump, love that nigga. I don't. And just like Jeff said, God forbid if something should happen, please don't call Ben Crump on my behalf. Because it's all about money. It's a wash, rinse, repeat. That Ruiz person has a GoFundMe. These people got the GoFundMe. Everybody get a GoFundMe. Every single time. This one keeps getting raised. It started at 12,000. It's up to 950,000. It started at 12,000. It's up to 950,000. We got Boo Bears going on. We on this show, that show, the third show, and every other show. Phone still not given to the phone company at minimum. They the ones that came out in front of our face and said, meaning Ben Crump and his lawyers, his white lawyers, because you know you're not supposed to like white people, black people, that said that they was going to give it up. That's been about a month. Ain't nothing been given up yet. Just ignore all that, right? Just ignore all that, right? Playing in your face. Child, half of y'all don't even understand when somebody is playing in your face. You don't like to ask questions when you should be asking questions. You just like to go along with the get along. Shout out to Kwame. And because of whatever the reason is, now all of a suddenly, the people who are asking for money, not begging for money, but asking for money, should not be critiqued while they out here on this man's show. This man who needs more money because the black women are not giving him money. Child, you gonna find out when everybody else find out. They only gonna tell you what they want to tell you when they can tell you, meaning the grand jury, the prosecutors. They done already said that. They done already said that. It's turned political right in front of your dumbass faces, and your dumbasses don't even see it. This is freaking the end of August. It's about to be November. Elections are at the beginning of November, the second week of November, if I'm not mistaken. You think they're going to let a good story that's going to say Republicans bad, Trump is bad, conservatives are bad? That's what it is. Y'all want to sit here and follow people who say that it's okay to abort your kids in the 9th month. Anyway.
And we're going to be all right.
I'm glad you said it, because second to the outrageous attacks against you, I'm in a chokehold on the attacks on Attorney Crump, who is one of the purest individuals who really has a heart for people. And really, I think law is his ministry. It ain't even his profession.
Absolutely.
I'm like, Crump, how do you remember all these people's names? I mean, he called them like he a Baptist pastor that's giving the announcements and has really been committed. So I'm grateful for you to do it.
Absolutely.
There's been a trend on Instagram where people are giving their phones to 4-year-olds and describing who is their favorite person, and just seeing the kid light up as they talked about them. I want you not as describing the tragedy or the 4th of July or the boat or the island. I want you to take a moment, both of you, to just describe your son. Talk about your son, who he is, who you saw him becoming. What were your hopes? What were your prayers? What was his personality like? A lot of people have reduced him to a hashtag or to an incident. And I want you to tell us about who he was as a young man.
Let me say, when we first started dating, we had an argument or whatever, and we were sitting in the closet, like had the lights off, and we were trying to talk about our problems.
You said you were sitting in the closet?
Yeah, we were sitting in the closet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just talking, just trying to be in a dark, quiet place where we could talk.
Calm environment.
And Nolan, he was running around the room, and then he ran across the closet door, and then he stuck his head back inside the closet and looked at us. And I said, "What you doing, boy?" So he just sat there and smiled for a minute. Then he steps into the whole door, and I've said this before, but remember the dance Stanky Leg?
Absolutely.
This child did Stanky Leg. He was, and for us, that's the first time that we say he created it.
Oh, yeah.
Where he in his little diaper, did his little dance, whatever, and I forgot what we was arguing about, but it all went out the way.
Yeah.
And she opened her arms and he ran to us, and at that moment, I knew that he was going to be the type of person that when he walks into a room, his aura was going to be so strong that people would naturally gravitate to him. And that was a lot of the conversations that I would have with him as he got older, because of that quality, the people that come that attract to you, you really have to study them, because everybody that comes to you is not going to be for you.
Yeah.
And I really hammered that down in him when he got to middle school. Watch the people around you.
Wow.
You can't trust everyone.
Wow.
Watch. You got 2 ears first, one mouth, 2 eyes. Use these more than you use this. To be humble. He was humble. Well, he is a humble person.
Yeah.
I was in high school, I was drilled every day by my high school coach by character. Didn't really understand it then. But as I got older and got into college, I appreciate that coach for drilling that in me by character. I drilled it into my children, character.
Yeah.
Don't look at a man for their skin color or a person for their skin color. Judge them by their character. It don't matter what.
Oh no. This goes against everything right here. Mo is talking too much. This is why they had him stop talking before.
I drilled it into my children, character.
Yeah.
Don't look at a man for their skin color or a person for their skin color, judge them by their character. It don't matter what color they are.
Oh, well, wait a minute, blacks. Y'all said that that's not right. That's kowtowing to white people. That's loving white people. Is that what Elmore is doing right now? Is that what Elmore Mo is doing right now? Because, child, that's what y'all saying about me. You love white people. Well, y'all sound like you love white people, too, by that logic. But I guess y'all don't hear that from him, right? This is what MLK wanted. Y'all remember that? Martin Luther King? Y'all remember that? Martin Luther King said, don't judge people by the color of their skin. Now Elmore is saying it, but y'all want to do that? This why they shut him down before. Shout out to Ms. AB. He about to be shut down again.
My children character. Yeah. Don't look at a man for their skin color or a person for their skin color. Judge them by their character. It don't matter what color they are. If they have good character, keep them people close. If their character is not the same as yours or below yours or just bad, don't be around those type of people. So when I said that I didn't teach my son about color, I didn't mean I didn't teach him about black and white. We have those.
Yeah, because people have blown.
Oh, now you want to fix what you said before, sir? You kind of just said the same thing, but go ahead, Mo. Go on.
Don't be around those type of people. So when I said that I didn't teach my son about color, I didn't mean I didn't teach him about black and white. We have those.
Yeah, because people have blown that up.
I grew up. I didn't have a lot. I didn't have a whole bunch, so I had to really kind of live with the people, single parent home. But I'm talking to judge people by their character, not by skin color, because people are fickle by anything, and you see all the time families separated by their character, not by skin color, because people are fickle by anything, and you see all the time families separate because this family member did this. Now everybody in the family's mad, and then you have this outsider who acts more like a family member than your own brother. So I always taught him to judge you by the character. So when people say, I'm telling my son not to judge, I see color is not that. I'm telling my son to judge you by character and keep a small circle.
So did Nolan have good judgments up until he decided to be friends with those white boys? And I'm only saying those white boys because I ain't got time to name them all. I mean, he did teach him. He just said it. Content of your character, not the color of your skin. And yet, you got Crump and Al talking about the history of Mississippi and Emmett Till and Medgar Evers and those white boys and those white boys. Elmore said that's not what he taught his kids. And Nolan came into the stinky leg and he wanted everybody to be wonderful and he was very good judge of character, I guess, until it came to those white boys. Shout out to Ashley Foot with another 5. Thank you, Boo. He said, this looks like they rented space at Ashley Foot Production Studio. Is that what this is? Headquarters. Check out all the high quality Lagos liquor on that table. Is it? I didn't even notice. I noticed that damn YouTube plaque though. He got that prominently displayed, don't he? Erica, I wouldn't be surprised if them boys' lawyers are looking at this interview. I promise you they are. I promise you they are. I'm just saying, sometimes it's better to be quiet. But anyway, come on, Mo, keep talking. I'm telling y'all don't remember. They had this man not talk because he was saying something like this before. That's why they had him not talk. But I feel like they wanted to do this to make them more relatable or something with, all this back and forthness between various people at this point.
Just be a good person because when people first see you, they're going to judge. They're going to see your appearance. Yes. But the first thing that come out your mouth and the way you act, your character, is what they're going to remember about you.
Yep.
So he was on his way to do some great things, man. He really put in the work, and it's going to be hard because his first game was the 31st. Would have been his first game.
Yeah.
So,
Mom, tell us about your son.
The sweetest kid.
Yeah.
I am. I'm gonna miss his big, beautiful smile.
No, that's great.
He's just, and I've always said it. He just had this ease about him.
Yeah.
He was able to just make people feel so comfortable. They didn't have to worry about him casting judgment on them. He was just a great kid.
That's beautiful.
He's a great kid, and he really did. Like when I say he wanted the best for everybody, like even us as his parents, even though we were much older, just your biggest cheerleader.
No, it's great.
Nolan is the person that you would want to meet every lifetime.
Wow.
You would want in your corner for every part of your life.
Yeah.
And that's if you were genuinely his friend and if you genuinely loved him. Because this is the thing, Nolan was going to always be kind. Like he just had a very gentle spirit about him.
No, that's great.
And I always say, he really was the best part to me.
Wow.
And now we don't have that physically here.
Yes. What an incredible memory, an incredible legacy. I want to, Nolan was 5 of the 6. He's the knee baby, right?
he was number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
Okay. So tell me how dad and mom do you navigate for these younger two to not be hyper paranoid, hyper vigilant? Are you in a space where you're okay for them to go out, or you now having to be mother hen?
I was already mama hen, like, and it's funny because like even the kids would obsess over Life 360, like watching us.
Yes.
This was something Nolan did a lot too. He would call, Ma, yes, baby. What's up? What's going on? What you doing? Nolan, I know you're looking at Life 360 right now. Where am I at? No, I'm not. But hey, since you're out, can you bring me da-da-da-da?
Right.
Like, it's just, gosh, gonna miss that kid. Like, going to miss him. He just was just so naturally funny. And, you know, being able to raise an incredible child.
Wow.
Is a blessing of its own.
That's beautiful. Dad going to college, what was he wanting to major in? What did he want to aspire to be?
It actually changed.
It changed? I really think he was wanting to do something with broadcast and media, because he did it in high school. He was part of this group called GTV or something, but they taught him how to, do videos, edit videos. And that's why, he was helping his mom edit when she was doing her stuff online.
I didn't want to do social
and
media.
stuff,
He made me.
But
we've heard that before. She didn't want to do social media. Hey, Boo Bears. Michael, I appreciate you, honey. He said, I'm so thankful God blessed me to recognize weirdos in the Holiness Church when I was a child. Never been back to grooming land. I'm assuming you're talking about the church. This is the church that had their issues before Jamal came too, but they are packed on Sundays. They just not giving the way they used to, but I'm sure they will be giving after this. Allegedly. Jamal said donations was down. We're not going to be able to get to that video by Pink Book Lessons one of these days. But this, I'm sure, will help his donations to go up.
he was really, I think, was going to be something in media, after he got done with his playing career.
Yeah.
Like I said before, he from the time he got home in May, whenever it was,
May.
He was training. I set him up with trainers to work out. So that whole month of June and July, he was training because...
You know what? Since Danny just said this, that's around I believe right after she said that is when those reviews started coming in, if I'm not mistaken, because she was up there on the podium, and that is exactly what she said. She kind of said it's about race without actually saying that it's not about race, kind of like Al Sharpton did. Then them damn reviews came in. People want to forget all that, even though they technically haven't come out and said that they think that this is race related. It's kind of a hint. It's kind of skirting the issue. Then they're talking about not being able to go back to work. I'm sure they're grieving and they're dealing with all this. Who would think that they was going back to work? Plus, they got $1 million. Why go back to work, right? And I agree with Patty trying to insinuate that those boys weren't his real friends. So does Nolan have good sense of character, or does he not? Did he listen about who people were, not about their race? Elmore Mo just said that. Elmore Mo just said he taught them, don't worry about people's race, worry about who they are. I got about 5 more minutes of this. I'm hungry. Y'all already know.
His thing was that come December, I'm going to be out of there. I'm going to be somewhere else. Your mom, we're not going to worry about anything.
Yeah, that was his big thing. Always, Mom and Dad, when I make it, y'all don't have to worry about nothing. He always said that. I'm going to take care of y'all. You don't have to worry about going to work. I'm going to retire you. He would say his auntie, my sister, he's going to retire her too.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I had people, CPAs I had set up so we can talk to, agents set up, people that I had, written down, the people we was going to meet. So when that time comes, I was going to take care of the business. All I needed him was to do was focus on.
Emmanuel, do you know, is there a year? Because I see your comment is hidden from YouTube though, that he started hanging out with white kids? Was that something that somebody brought up? I mean, if you're in Mississippi, I'm assuming it was all white people when I was there. I mean, it was black people, but obviously it was more white people than anything everywhere. But all the Uber and Lyft drivers, though, they weren't white. I was thinking the same thing, John. I wasn't going to say it, but I was thinking it. You said it. Eerie, isn't it? Yeah. Yes. I was thinking it. I don't know, child.
What he needed to do when that's being the best athlete he could possibly be. Like I said, stuff that I didn't have, I was trying to make it easier for them. And no, he was, I think he would have been the uncle that all the other siblings' kids would call, I need so-and-so.
Yeah.
Okay, well, send me this and that, or send me this, I send it to you. And then the sibling call, why did you get him? Well, they call and ask me for it. You know, he would have been like the uncle, the cool uncle.
Yes.
But yeah, he was.
But that'll be sad not to see.
Yeah.
Because whenever the time came, he wanted to be that family man. And
His
I
two
attribute
daughters,
that to
what his
three.
daughters?
I attribute that to him.
Yeah.
Because when you're blessed to see what a healthy marriage looks like, because like we would have disagreements. But one thing we always said is we never want to get to a point where in front of our kids, we're just like, really going at it. We want to talk about it, right? And so teaching them that, hey, when you're in relationships like this, intimate relationships, you have to be able to communicate. And that's one thing we told them, even just amongst yourselves, we always told our kids, open door policy. Yeah. If you're ever out, even if you snuck out the house, which they didn't do, but if that ever came, if it ever happened, we would be like, if you're in a situation where you're uncomfortable, drop that location. We are coming. It does not matter.
I love it.
We went to pick up the 15-year-old at like 2:00 in the morning. We do not play about our kids.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Nelson Mandela in his autobiography.
All right, yeah, I'm not trying to hear that. But let me just tell you one more thing, and I'm about to shut this shit down because I'm hungry. Is Elmore a passport, bro? Yeah. Is Elmore a passport, bro? Yeah. So typically, black women don't like when black men are with women that are not black. Am I right? Or am I wrong? Typically. But here in this case, all right, Ebony, you can get out of my head. See, I was trying to be nice. Here you come. You can get out of my head, child, because I was thinking that you said it. I'm serious. Is Elmore a passport, bro? Because we know she white. We know she Filipino. Where the black at? Where was the black at? Did she name the black? Besides phenotypically, did she name the black? And then, listen, I agree that Nolan sounds like he was a great kid. Rest in peace to Nolan. For real. I'm sorry that, he's no longer here. He had a lot of friends, clearly. He also had a lot of white friends. Regardless, you're not going to have all these pictures and all these people telling these same stories over and over again. They're not that intelligent and smart and being able to put all this together. But, people going to believe what they want to believe. But it's interesting sometimes when black women want to be all upset about some things. We've shown a lot of hypocrisy today, y'all. A lot of hypocrisy. Because, child, any other time, if it's a black man with a non-black woman, they having a fit. But I guess that because Nolan is black, because shout out to the sassy straights, the black ones, you already know you ain't nothing until you're deceased or you're a criminal. So I guess it's interesting when when things can be overlooked and when they can't be. Locked and loaded. Thank you for the hiding jewels, boo. I'm just saying. I was just thinking that while I'm watching it. I'm like, passport, bro? It's just a thought. I'm not saying that it is a thing or whatever, but you know how it usually is when it's not a black woman. Tech coach Ralph, thank you, honey, said phenotypically not a passport. Not phenotypically not a passport, bro. Why? I think he might be a passport, bro. Even if he's not in the military. Maybe he was just wherever and he was just like, you know what? Child, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to keep some things in my head, okay? Because it'll all come out eventually and I'll be like, I was thinking this. And it'll come out and I'll talk about it then. Anyway. It's not even about him anymore, y'all. this is a trying to humanize these people type of interview for Jamal's purpose, in my opinion. For their purpose, of course, and for Jamal mainly. Jamal gonna get in. Jamal gonna get in, y'all. He ain't gonna let a good grift go. He ain't gonna let a good grift go. He got to get in on it. Got to get them donations up, black women. Black women, get them donations up, okay? He found a way to blame Donald Trump for that, if y'all didn't already know. I'll try to do that one tomorrow because it's almost 2 o'clock. We are 3.5 hours in. And there's nothing more that they're going to say that's going to make a difference anyway. If they did and y'all seen it, let me know. Other than that, I've had enough of this. But we be leering around here. All right. So women are crazy and out of their minds, all in. And this Lindsay Clancy stuff, this other heifers taking their kids out stuff. It always comes down to racism and what white people are doing. I don't get it. But good luck to the people in Gary, Indiana. They still ain't got no water. I'm sorry, they still don't have no electricity. I don't hear nobody, a lot of people talking about it. If y'all see it on major news networks, let me know. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. Karmelo Anthony's new trial got denied. Nobody sees anything of what Karmelo did, only what Austin did. They both were pain in the ass, batshit crazy ass thugs, honestly, at the end of the day. Interesting what can get absolved and what can't. And all of it's my fault, because, child, if you don't go along with the get along, shout out to Kwame, then that's what it is. So maybe we can do Kwame Brown video tomorrow. I got to go make sure I download it just in case and see that he has been maybe gotten his Negro wake up call. All right. But I appreciate every single last one of y'all. Shout out to Ashy Foot with the 2. He said, honorary Ashport bro. I think it could be. I think it could be. Anybody else have said that before? Remember where you heard it first. All right. Shout out to all of y'all, though. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button. Hit the dislike button, trolls. It doesn't matter to me. You done already viewed everything. What difference does it make? Subscribe if you are normal. Back tomorrow. I'm at home tomorrow, so I'll do a probably early show, 3 p.m. or so EST. And we'll see what's going on by that time. Maybe there'll be some updates on some things. Thank you to everybody that's sending me all this stuff. I can't even keep up with everything. We can take on as much as we possibly can. There's only so much time in a day, all right? Shout out to Michael with another 2. Thank you, Messi. Thank you. Thank you all for viewing. Thank you all for staying this long. We still got 336 between both of the streams. Thank you all so much. This is amazing. If you can hype the video, please go ahead and hype the video. I'll put out different videos. Make sure you watch them. Make sure you like them, you hype them, and you comment. Comment on this one, too, if you're on a replay, gang. I see you. I appreciate you. Hold on. Let me shout out the mods. Shout out to the mods. Doing the damn thing as always. Working through all the trolls and all the regular, smegular, and keeping up with everything. Shout out to Tadisha, the code catcher, to let you know where everything is in the code. We appreciate you, boo. Thank you so much. Y'all hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you are normal. I see you all in the next one.